says Gino said he might put it in hot water. Catarog episode online. Do I need to invite to join, or will it just be on his main YouTube channel?
I will tell you this now. And
go ahead and tell us.
Like everything happens for the fans, the outreach, everything. There's a clip thing now. The Garrett and Steve dump clips, it's called. And this guy reached out to me. He's like, "There's a thing called Gumroad." And Gumroad, you can put the content on. I could like put on one episode. And I'm not saying I'm doing this. I'm looking into it though. You could put on bundles of episodes.
Bundles of episodes.
We got bundles of episodes down here.
Do a close up on me.
More enthusiasm.
Bundles of things.
Bundles. So the catalog will be going up soon. And I will say this, and I've said this countless times, and it bears repeating. Everyone's like, why isn't the catalog up on the new Compound Censored? And because Gavin's like, all right, if you're not coming over, I won't put it up. And he can if he wants to.
That's bullshit.
Wait,
no, it's
do we like that or do we not like that?
I like that.
You want to have your own catalog on your own place?
Yeah, I think so.
And
That's great. That's the one. That's one nice thing that's happening.
Gavin loves playing the prick, and like you can make fun of Gavin. It's like because he's like, oh, I'm so punk rock. Are you punk rock? Because you're cutting corners and budgets and everything. I'm saying that's classy. He's like, no, I won't put them up, and he can, but it's like But we talked about it as well. It's like they're ours. They're our babies.
But I have a question anyway. Did either of you see that directly after the 45th President-elect Trump was shot at, Frankie immediately took to Twitter and said, "I was not in Pennsylvania. I've never been in Pennsylvania. I'm not in Pennsylvania. I did not go to Pennsylvania."
Hey, everybody, I'm going to make a statement. I never, ever, 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 ever been to Pennsylvania in my whole life. In a whole entire life from Frank Town.
He's like our version of the Sam Hyde. You know, like whenever there's a mass shooter, they always say, this is the guy who did it and blame him. Yeah.
Yeah, Frankie, except this time nobody even suggested that it was Frankie.
Yeah.
It was literally, the bullet was still in the air. It just whizzed through Trump's ear, and Frankie was already on his phone going, "That wasn't me." Almost like he was in a grassy knoll somewhere, placing down the rifle and taking his phone out to get any and all heat off of him, because his patsy just took a few in the head.
Yeah, he was quick to have an alibi, as they say, was he not?
The quickest in on the internet. He was literally, like I said before, I think the bullet was still flying through the air, and he posted that he was not in Pennsylvania.
So you think Frankie was or was not in Pennsylvania, Garrett?
Probably.
Steve,
I would say yes.
Was or was not in Pennsylvania, Steve?
Thou doth protesteth too mucheth, Franketh.
Well, let's ask him. Frankie, where were you this Saturday?
I was at the Sydney Rib Fest. I took pictures of myself at the Rib Fest, sent it to you. I was at the Sydney Rib Fest. I had Camp 31 chicken sausages and ribs, and I had chicken from Pistol Pete's, Krabby's, and Texas Rangers.
Krabby's?
Really, Frankie?
I never, ever, ever, ever been to Pennsylvania on Saturday at all. When I was at the Steel City, I saw that on TV. I was at Steel City on Saturday night.
Now, while you were eating Krabby's, were you in the form of a crab?
The Krabby's is the name of the chicken place. I was singing karaoke at Dooley's on Saturday night. It was great.
Awesome.
So you're saying you did not try to assassinate?
I took some pictures of myself.
Republican candidate for president? You didn't shoot him?
I'm in Canada.
Now?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, Frankie. Seems like you had a full 48. Me and Carl drove from your place to New York.
Now we can
in 48 hours.
Thank
I
you,
think
Jason.
Pennsylvania's even closer. So yeah, seems odd.
Frankie, Garrett told me that you had a body double at Ribfest. Someone who was pretending to be you, and you were actually in Pennsylvania on a rooftop.
I just had chicken and ribs. That is all.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to what is... Oh, hold on. This is good. You got to see this. It must stop. Hold on. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Hey, thanks. Welcome. We're going to wait for In Hot Water to start up on the app, everyone. It's going to be fucking great. So let's just wait. Oh, wait, I'll hit play. Should I just hit play? Yeah. All right, I'm just going to play. Here we go. To play. Baby, nothing. I think the app's down. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Let me tell you what is happening. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for, coming to my grift. Coming to my grift. You know, my grift where I've always said the universe provides and I just get up every day. I'm grateful and I do what I like. And I'm telling you, if today's not a day to be grateful, today, my mother, today, let me tell you, we're going to be drinking today because not only is it Whiskey Wednesday, it is the birthday of one Max Loads, everyone. Max Loads' birthday is today. God, I can't believe he's fucking 57. Jesus Christ. Guy's 57, meaning I'll be 56 in December, and Kiana will be living on a beach somewhere because she wised up. But for now, she's here. She's here.
Great idea.
Shut up with her bullhorn. Let me tell you. Oh, this is some green juice because I'm going to need it for my gut. Because in a few moments, our good friend, Dalton will be here. And not only is it Max Loads' birthday, fun fact, Yo Loads. Oh, that's so good. He's golfing right now, of course. Happy birthday, Maximus Loads. In Hot Water background is better than the Garrett and Steve background. Well, I think they're both complete. That is apples and oranges. I love them both. What was I going to say? And of course, make sure you're subbed to that fucking wonderful Patreon. I don't have it below me right now. Baby, the light looks good on this, right? We're looking good? Yeah, this looks good, right? Oh, Frankie McDonald in early. Hi, Frankie. We're going to get you in a little bit. I promise we won't go long this time. But as I was saying, I spent the morning doing my usual thing. This is literally the universe providing, and it's providing a new challenge. Like, speaking of Garrett and Steve, is it fair to say that, look, I've been saying this for years. Like, people would always say to me, oh my God, Garrett and Steve are so funny. And I would say, I know. You know what I mean? And I know they were complimenting them, but there's a part of me that gets I can be a little feisty. Am I right, Keanu? Daddy can get a little testy.
I concur.
So I would say, like, I know. I know. Danny Crooks is here. I too am doing great. That's not him, though. That's just a different thing. What was I going to say? Oh, so as I was...
Turn your ring light on.
Is it supposed to be on?
You voted yesterday. There you go.
Well, oh, wait. I think it's this one. Why is it... Is that it?
Try once. Tap one more time. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
That's the one. That's the... Oh, now I feel like drinking. Now... I don't know how was Pennsylvania. Frankie, oh wait, I missed it. Frankie, how was Pennsylvania? Danny Crook. Hey, babe, this is good show prep, right? This is another thing I love. I wake up every day, right? And I'm in bed. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And then once I get out of bed, it's almost like, daddy's not full of shit. The universe provides. This morning I wake up. And I'm talking to my brother, Maximus Loads, talking to my cousin, Steven, whose birthday is also today. That's always exciting. He turns 38. Family's getting up there. And his father, my cousin, Big Eugene, I'm little Eugene, just going over the future, just talking about how we are, how we wound up here. And I'll say this again, as I was saying momentarily. When people tell me, Garrett and Steve are so funny, I know. That's why I got it the only thing that offended me more than the little bit that offended me, like I didn't know, was when people would say, who's going to be co-host now that Aaron Berg is gone? Those are the same people that didn't realize how funny Garrett and Steve were and are. And that is why I don't think any of us expected Anthony. Did we sit around saying, I can't wait for another 30 years of Anthony carrying us on his back? No. What is on my glasses? We literally just said, let's see what happens. And then the world exploded, as was overdue, and they wound up on a lovely little thing called the Garrett and Steve page. Make sure you subscribe to their Patreon. Look, there it is. Patreon, Garrett and Steve. They did a show last night. We had a nice little chat. They were going to break some news that we decided not to break. It's fair game. They know. Several people know. And it's not exciting news. It's just odd. Just something odd. And make sure that you, as long as back there, Anthony Cumia Spare Me book, Very interesting reading. Very interesting reading. It's obviously a work of fiction in some cases. Just that's a fair point, right? It's a work of fiction. I can tell you 8 pages. I can tell you 8 pages that are absolute fiction. I can tell you the entire book is hilarious. Well, I'm lying. I only read the first half of the book, which for me is amazing. How many pages is this fucking book? Look at how big this studio is. I'm in the far wing of the studio. That's right. It's not 3D. This isn't green screen. This is the first time. Do you realize this is the first time in 1,253 episodes of In Hot Water where I reached behind me and grabbed a book off the case? That's an act. They were books the whole time, people.
And a wonderful book. What a wonderful book to have grabbed.
This book is great. This book is great.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Spare me. Anthony is one of the funniest, smartest guys I've ever done radio with, and unapologetically masculine man, which is an increasingly rare thing in this ever pussified world we find ourselves in. Joe Rogan. God. Okay, I thought that was 2 books. And look at this. Written by Johnny Russo. Chapter 1, Artie. Chapter 2, After Artie. Chapter 3, Keith the Cop. Chapter 4, The Misfits of Compound. I highly recommend reading that. That's the fun one. That's the fun. Let me put this back on the shelf. There you go. By the Frankie book and, of course, the Prophet. Now, I'm wearing pants. Isn't that neat? Gino Marie with $2. Happy birthday, loads. Gino legit lives in a coffin. Look it up on Zillow. Look at Jimmy. These guys are great. Like, as I was saying, so anyone that said Garrett and Steve funny, I'm like, I know. And now they're on to the next thing. And we are slowly moving forward to the next chapter. Always looking for a studio. For those of you who saw that earlier clip on the show, me with my buddy Druzeldorf. That studio is fantastic. That's called Impound Media in the Drudio. So we were hanging out there. Now this morning, as I chatted with my brother and stuff, and he's like, "Well, what's the next step?" I said, "This." I've always said, I've said this countless times to my big brother. He's like, "Well, what's next?" I said, "This. Where do you want to be? What would you like?" This. So I wake up every morning. Here's my new morning routine. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Wake up, make myself a little coffee. Did you pick up that coffee, Keanu? Like I said, the one thing you said, do you need anything? And I said, well,
you OJ asshole.
that was a
And by the way, I don't like mine. Can I leave you half of mine and eat half of yours?
You can eat whatever you want, honey. You know. Are there hazelnuts on one of them?
Brazilian nuts too.
What a cunt. What a cunt. Anyway.
I'm sorry about the coffee.
Baby, I'm not really mad. I'm just busting your butt. Nothing like keeping your nothing like keep nothing. I could
I love you.
I'm Lionel Richie. I could do this all night long. Kevin Brennan makes good money without a studio. Yes, Dick Fitzwell. Kevin Brennan makes, that's an insult. Kevin Brennan makes great money. What does he do? He has on people he doesn't respect. He hates comedy. He gets on the air to read super chats and talk about people he hates. I literally brought that up talking to Max Lowe today. I'm like, is that what you would want me to do? No. I wake up every day fucking saying we're the sum of everything that put us here. Grateful for everything that put us here. Grateful for fans like Jesse James, who's now a member for 3 months. Ditch the headband and start wearing an ear bandage. This guy gets it. Fucking I see what you did. By the way, fucking interesting stuff that came up. And then we'll get to what's in the box. What's in the box? I've been lucky enough, as has Keanu. We've done a podcast called the Drinking Brothers Podcast, where I was lucky enough to meet Dan Holloway. It's under my drafts. Let's see if drafts works this time. Where I was lucky enough to meet Dan Holloway and all that stuff.
I love them.
Yeah, they're the. Now let's see if this is gonna work. Is my Instagram gonna work? Please work. It is. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh, although this is something else I saw on Instagram. This is incredible. Actually, I'm gonna save that for when our boy Dustin gets on here. Is this the one? Let me see if this is the one. I got to get better at doing my morning routine. Like I used to just sit on the subway. Nope, that's not it. Can't fucking find it. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just tell you what it was. Sorry about that. I'm getting better with this. And then we'll get to this beauty and someone will bring me a glass of rocks. I love her. And by that, I mean ice. C-Mox, long time no chat. Now Biden is talking about dropping out. He probably is. I got to look that up. But as I was saying, I saw this thing this morning literally Dan Holloway said, we talk about this all the time, how it's amazing how people like Nancy Pelosi and all these people in fucking, in the government, in the Senate, in Congress, wherever the fuck they are, I'm an idiot. All these people somehow know what to invest in and what dunks to stop, what stocks to dump before it's fucking time. And literally in the fucking 10 days before the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, people were shorting stock on his Truth Social. It's almost like people fucking knew. It's almost like people fucking knew. If you don't understand, and I'll say it, this is going to be the new thing I say more than the universe provides. You need two things. You need to use two things to get your news nowadays. And by the way, shout out to my little nephew, who's not little anymore, but it's his birthday. He literally said, I believe I was watching a podcast for the longest time, and they always said, what he quoted, he's like, he said, all they did was say, follow the science, and then they tried to confuse us with the science. I said that. My little cousin fucking said that.
Wait. It's Nick's birthday too?
No. Nick's my nephew.
Oh.
Steven is my cousin.
Wait,
Look.
Nick's your nephew. Oh, cousin.
Yeah. By the way, do you know James Schaefer?
Oh, I was about to say, you got a big boy.
Ah.
Butt rub babies for life. Woo! Scary.
I'm gonna
Where are you?
I'm going to tell you something that has not changed, whether I'm here at the desk or anywhere. I laugh my ass off while I'm doing this. I mean, that's all In Hot Water ever has been. It's me at a desk just cracking up with people I really like. And hopefully the people that were watching were laughing as well. And that's fucking, yeah. Love the new co-host, Butt Rug Babies for Life. Yeah.
Butt rub babies for life. Can I do the siren again?
Please don't do this siren again. Do the siren again. Oh my God. Wait. Have it ready. Drinking alert. Dalton is here. Welcome, Dalton, everyone.
Hey. What's going on?
I'm just bottoming out. I'm enjoying. Let me tell you something, Dalton.
Yeah.
The universe provides. And
money is a bunches?
Money and avalanches of bunches. Dalton, like, I think you hung out with me on In Hot Water in Anthony's studio here in my chat. We've chatted on your, I don't know what you kids do, where I know you're making fun of me and no one's really listening, and you get me to talk into my phone onto my Twitter because I'm senile. It's just you and your co-host Paul laughing. He really thinks he's talking to people. I know you're doing that to me.
Yeah.
I want you to know.
Congratulations, you figured it out.
Yeah, and you know what, Dalton? I'll tell you what. Anytime you want to do that with and really just me, you, and him talk, and you can make fun of me and pretend I'm talking to a million people, I would do it. I would love it.
No, it's a nationally. We're on Sirius. It's satellite radio.
That's right. When I said the Coons and the Jews, I remember Sirius saying this is the show. Yeah. I remember how much Sirius said really push the Coon Jew agenda. Yeah. I remember that.
Well, they said that we have a quota on how many times we have to say nigger.
Right.
And so thank you, Sirius XM, for letting us say nigger on the radio.
I don't get. Wait, what did you say?
The siren is a good noise.
Yeah, but don't you think inherently after you hear the word nigger, you're gonna hear a police siren? Am I wrong, Dalton? Am I wrong?
About what? I was reading. Sorry, what?
Okay, if you're gonna lie to me.
Try and say it again.
I was reading. I was looking at the chat.
I was saying if you drop. Look at Jessica. Enough of the N-word. Jessica, I'll put you in a timeout. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jessica.
We should be careful about that, right? Because of YouTube, right? Like that's something you have to worry about.
Yeah, but let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story while I open this. If you don't get that the universe is the best thing in the world, Dalton, I'm going to let you guess. Play the game. What do you think's in this box, Dalton? Was sent to me today. What do you think?
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. It's not.
What are you into?
It's not Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Oh, you know what I mean.
Dildos?
Wouldn't it be great if a giant black dildo fell out of this? Can I say black dildo?
Or just like 500 small one, like small dildos? I don't know. What is it?
Today is a little thing. I cannot give you a better compliment, Dustin, than we used to do a thing on.
Yeah, that's my name.
What's that?
That's my name.
I got it right finally. We used to do a thing on In Hot Water called Whiskey Wednesday.
Okay.
Where I would have a co-host on, I would say the N-word, and he would quit. But in between all that,
awesome.
In between all that, I would drink on Wednesdays. And today,
it better be okay. Hang on. If this isn't a new camera, or you need an Ethernet cable, or what else? If this isn't your new studio in that box, I'm gonna be fucking mad. Basically, what do you have? Now it's not gonna be as cool. Oh, it is better. That is the new studio.
How do you not get this? Jesus Christ! I lost the letter that came with it. Jesus Christ! Is it?
Who's sending you alcohol? How do I get your job?
Baby, buddy, Dalton, stick with me.
Baby. Okay.
Baby, Dalton, stick with me. I have your address. I will make sure the next Whiskey Wednesday is sent to you. Now, this is a lovely thing. This is okay. Are you done?
This makes the rocks good.
You don't have to touch you missed that one, can you?
Yeah, not the worst.
Okay, wait, there's one too many.
Isn't that the worst? When somebody pours you a drink and they're grabbing the ice.
Don't my assassination. Joey Dago guesses it a TriCaster. Where would we get our hands on a TriCaster?
Yeah.
Let me read this. Yo, dude, here's a little Kentucky gift from me to you guys. I appreciate all the content. You, Steve, Garrett, Drew, and Luby. Please enjoy this during one of the shows. Your bro, Aaron Hinsky, a.k.a. Aaron in Kentucky, formerly known as Aaron in Iowa. And I will say this. There were 2 boxes. 3 if you include Keanu. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you. This guy, this is going like nice. This guy, Gino, tell us where you got the pink women's Pumas or end the stream for the 90th time years ago. Watch this. Pull the key. Oh, look, the key. I don't know what this guy like. I had these Puma sneakers. They were the comfiest things in the world. They were like slippers, right?
Yeah.
And they weren't even pink. They were
You're
like
so old, dude.
Oh, I'm so old. And they weren't even.
You really
pink.
are like that. Like this is old people shit.
Yeah. You know, Dalton, how I'm always.
I had. They were like slippers. Like old people compare tennis shoes to slippers, like in terms of comfort. You know that, right? Like.
Excuse me 1 minute. Why am I always excited to have him on? Why am I
56? You're 57?
No.
You're 50 and 9?
By the way, the chair's on the bubble wrap. Watch. Fuck it. I'm not a good prop comic. I'm not a good comic, period. So, no, my brother's 57. I'm only 55. Apologize.
You're 57?
No. By the time we get through this bit, I will be. Jesus. So, what was I saying? Oh, so years ago, watch. I'll let you enjoy this. I got these, and they're like slippers, Dalton. I don't got a tie. I'd clap. Kiana would come and slide them on my feet with the first she'd put on. What are the socks? She'd put on those socks that really cling and they're good for your circulation.
Yeah.
With the grips on the bottom. That kind of thing.
The bubble wrap. All right, so wait, let me crack my back. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's better.
That's an awful bit. That was terrible. That was really.
You're not allowed to laugh. Be embarrassed that you laughed and say it's an awful.
It was a bad bit. Whatever. Continue.
All right, hold on. Let me just fix my neck. Oh, no.
Okay. Good stuff.
So I would sit there and I'd have my slippers on. I'm not kidding. They're Puma slippers. I guarantee I could find them, a picture of them. I threw them out, but they got so worn and they went from being an obnoxious orange to this. They were practically pink. And this guy, Comedy Shaman, is always like, hey, where are your pink sneakers, fag? And I'm like, they're in the studio. I don't get it. And now he's like, they're pink sagas, you know. He's like, and they were women's shoes. Okay. Then I guess I was, watch this. I guess I was wearing women jumping rope and running around in women's shoes for years. I don't know. I don't get it.
That's fine.
What's that?
Right? It's not that bad. You can wear women's clothes.
But this is what goes on with the world. I'll never forget this. And this is why I fucking find you, Dalton. I find you, Dalton. And by the way, thank you, Comedy Shaman. You were you fucking freak. All right, I was wearing women's shoes. I mean, I don't think they were, but I don't care. They were comfy. And I was blowing dudes barefoot. Where'd you go?
Sorry. Hang on.
Oh, I didn't realize you got up. I'm black. I'm so obsessed with Comedy Shamans. Homeless bum wear women's clothing. Aaron Beats
just walking around New York in women's clothes.
Car called Aaron Beats' family. Where was I? I was saying something really important. I'm lying. So what are you drinking there, buddy? What do you got?
Jack and Coke.
What are we gonna do with you? I'm sending you a bottle.
What are you drinking out of?
Okay, this is a fancy glass that was a gift from our wedding registry.
First of all, it's not fancy. Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest. It's not. It's a differently shaped glass is what it is. It's a differently shaped glass. Okay. So is that like for whiskey? Is that like a type of whiskey glass?
It is indeed not a whiskey glass. It is I believe it's a champagne glass.
Okay. So it's fancy.
This is, if you think, I don't know why I waited so long to do this on the regular, because if you think I don't find this hilarious, an avatar called Aaron Beats' family says in all caps, Gino is a broke moron. Now,
that is true.
That's almost as funny as the fucking bubble bit, which you know is funny. And like,
no, this is better.
This is what's going on with the world. And I'm not simping. I find you hysterical, entertaining, and genuine. Okay.
Wow.
But the problem, right? But I don't mean it. I just want you to laugh at my. Hold on.
Don't do it. Jeez. I love that the bubble wrap is slowly going away, so it's becoming more difficult to do that. I can't wait till it's gone.
I'll milk an hour out of this. Fuck you. But we had a guy on, and this reminds me of the chat. We had a guy on a couple. He was a guy. You're not going to believe this, Dalton. He ran a distillery in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Fort Hamilton whiskey, and he said to me before the show, I'll never forget it. Totally off topic. He's like, "I'm worried that my son isn't funny," and he didn't mean it like, "Oh my God, I want my son to be a comedian." He doesn't care, you know.
Yeah.
But he's worried that his son is like these people. You know, like fucking, you know, the people. Actually, that's not fair because the guy who changed his avatar to Aaron Beats' family and writes in all caps.
That's actually hilarious.
And now Keanu is a teenage boy, and Gino is it's an alcoholic broke clown. Now,
and if that was, by the way, if that was true, he's not just an alcoholic broke clown. He's an alcoholic broke pedophile.
Thank you. Wait a minute. So this is perfect. Thank you for the example. Aaron Beats his family, and it's a dog in sunglasses, so you know it's an actual person. He's like, I'm afraid my son isn't funny, and I'm like, what do you mean? And he said it perfectly. He's like, he'll post stuff on Twitter, he'll post stuff on his social media, and he'll think it's hilarious. And look at this, his caps lock broke. He'll think it's hilarious, and the dad's like, and it's not funny at all. And he doesn't hang out with people.
The dad is following the son on Twitter and is like, this is like sucks.
He's embarrassed for his son because like his father.
Because of his son's Twitter?
55, not 57. His father was my age, and he's watching his son just be a dork.
On Twitter.
In the chat. You know, he's watching them be these people saying like, I'm worried about my son because he's not funny. And this is another byproduct of, you know, what's going on since fucking, you know, I've said this countless times. It's not a secret. Since fucking, you know, the lockdown and everything, people live in boxes, you know, and they never learn to be funny. They go on their social media. They say shit that's not remotely fucking funny. In their voice, they hear all these laughs, and however many likes they get, that validates them, you know? And really, comedy is like, you know why computers are so fast, Dalton? Do you know why?
Why? Because internet comes in avalanches of the bunches?
What's this gonna be?
Why? What else would it be?
Said because the internet comes in avalanches of a bunches.
Goodbye. Garrett and Steve are fired. This kid's gold.
Why? Why is internet so fast?
Because you're being a dick.
Okay. Why is internet so fast?
You know why the internet is so fast?
Yours isn't, but some people's is, yes.
You know why white people's internet is so fast?
Why? Why? Okay. Why?
Yes, Orion Stream. Frankie is here. I love this fucking guy. Shout out, man. No, you know why computers are so fast and internet aside? Because computers have two choices in every moment, 0 and 1. You understand? That's how computers are built from the ground up. In every split second, they choose between 0 and 1. Okay, and man, fucking like the more fucking we're sitting alone in our houses, separated from the world. The more fucking we have 800 fucking ideas and questions and choices bouncing off of us because we're fucking isolated and not interacting with people and not living in the moment. And that's why when we do comedy, when we have people at the studio, when me and you,
I must be hammered because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now.
I'm saying you have
0 and 1.
0 and 1, and that's what genuine comedy is. It's not fucking someone reading Twitter saying, this is good, this is bad, let me hit like. Comedy is fucking something that takes place in a comedy club or in person or interacting like this, where people say shit and you either laugh or you don't. I'll give you an example. A few moments ago, I did a bit. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't really cracking my back, Dalton. What I was doing, I'm going to be honest. I cracked my back again. I have bubble wrap here.
Yeah.
I keep.
And you were rolling back, and it sounded like you were pretending to crack. Okay, I see what you did there.
Now let me see. This is
now it's funny.
Me explaining the joke, me telling you the bit, not funny. You explaining the joke back to me. That's 0. That's immediately funny. I didn't sit here and say, hey, is that funny? Or, wow, is that clever? Or, hey, did that offend anyone? And it did offend me. I didn't say any of those things, Dalton. I just listened to you sarcastically say, oh, so it was bubble wrap the whole time. And I peed all over my pink loafers. I did. It was a lot.
Incredible.
It was a lot. Frankie was the second shooter. See, that's a little callback. So, that's why.
Yeah, by the way, hang on a second. Before we go anywhere else with this computer analogy that makes maybe no sense at all, the Frankie posting that video after the shooting was like, what the how does that even happen?
When he said I was nowhere.
I was not in. Dude, my buddy sent that to me. He was like.
Read the chat.
I'm not a shooter
at all.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, how does he even get out that quick? How does that happen? Like, how does he just do it that fast? Like, who is accusing? Somebody must have been like DMing him and being like.
Everybody in our chat. For the two things Frankie always says, there are two responses Frankie has. One, when someone dies, he didn't do it and he wasn't there.
Okay.
And the other one is whenever he posts a picture with a chick, he says she's well over 20 because our fans will always say that girl looks really young. That girl looks
oh yeah, like a little bit of gaslighting.
Yeah, well, and please, and Frankie literally got to the point where he would post pictures and he'd put it in the comment. He would put it in the caption. He would just start out saying like, "Look," he's like,
someone in the chat said that rifle is well over 20 years old.
I can't even keep up with it. Yeah, there you go. So Frankie will say stuff like he'll send me pictures. Let me see if there's any pictures here. Here you go. Now, let me ask you something, Dalton. You're a smart guy, right?
No.
Play along with the bit.
Yeah.
If I were to ask you something, how old? Fucking, you think I would be better at this by now, and I'm not. Hold on.
You really should get some, you should get some booth guys to help you out and
do
the producer thing.
Like when we do the thing at Impound Media, which is, where you can find the actual TriCaster and stuff, we're there.
Yeah.
Like then I get to
yeah, that's a great show, by the way. That's a lot. That was fun.
Yeah, we got to have you. Well, come up to fucking New York and do it. Like that's our in-studio show. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
How old would you say these two women are, dude? How old would you say?
12. Look at them. Those are children.
Babe, this kid's a natural. He called this 50-year-old bitch.
That one might be 12. Like for real though. The other two.
That girl's 20 at best. And that guy's just the dude who drops them off. That's the guy.
Yeah.
The guy was in Sound of Freedom. This is the guy that's like, look, I'm gonna babysit your kids, and he just puts them in a van and you never see him again.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. Now, here's the other thing you need to realize about Frankie. And people have told me this, and we love him. Frankie has been called by locals in town. You know what they call him in a word? They call him handsy. They call him handsy, Dalton. Now,
does he touch? He touches these girls?
I'm just going to ask you. Let me see if I can make it bigger. I'm just going to ask you, where is his hand in this picture?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. This guy's a dirtbag. This guy's grabbing ass. You know, it's really, the people in the back don't even care. You know, this is like, he's making everybody uncomfortable.
Frankie is king of that town. Frankie runs that town. By the way, that's the chill zone, fucking, which is always closed. So I'm fucking there. I don't mean big time, Dalton, but you know, I've been there. I've set foot in the chill zone.
That's incredible.
Well, excuse me.
I'm jealous.
In front of the chill zone. So yeah, that is the shit that goes on. So yeah, that's what I was saying about where the world is now. It's like, it's what passes for comedy is no, Frankie's ready right now. What passes for comedy is absolutely sad in a way. You know,
have you seen do you know who Destiny is?
I know of Destiny, and apparently he said a lot. He's the one that doubled down on Trump and shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he
send me a link right now. Email it to me, baby, please. I got my producer working on it. Go.
There you go. After the shooting, he said something along the lines of about the fireman that got killed. Right. He said something along the lines of like, well, they deserved it, right? Because they're at he's like, and they went to a rally of a violent insurrectionist president and everything.
Right.
And the reality, like everybody's shitting on him. Everyone's, you know, giving him a hard time. And I agree. That's not like a cool thing to say.
No, it's a shitty thing to say.
Yeah. The thing is, if that was a joke, that would have been really funny, but it wasn't. Like he actually meant that. So it's kind of weird. Like, I think he's getting what he deserves in many ways.
Well, there's a thing. We talked about it, and thank you for the compliments on that studio. Like, that's where, like, when I sit there and Drew's like, you know, fucking Drew, I feel normal again, you know, because I'm 55. I wear women's pink slippers. I fucking am used to just sitting behind fucking a microphone and just spitting plates to fucking funny people and having a good time. So I'm getting better with this, but I'm fucking enjoying it. And we're always looking for a studio. And like I said at the beginning of the show, the In-Hot Water library is going up soon. But we talked about it on that show. Did you see the Twitter page, which is basically just called, what is it? Piece of shit. Something piece of shit. Can you believe this piece of shit? It's trending. And it's just everyone's tweets saying, I can't believe they missed. Next time, aim better. All this shit. And one of the guys, like you said it when you're like, Destiny deserved it. They don't realize fucking they deserve this shit. And then they immediately, this is the left. I'm sorry. They're all victims. This fireman, not the one that got killed, Dalton. A fireman posted like, oh, he should have been shot, blah, blah, blah. And fucking somebody reposted it and put, you know, the guy that did get killed was a fireman diving in front of his family, blah, blah, blah. And the next thing they show is the fireman that tweeted the shit, the piece of shit, I'll say. His Facebook post saying, I can't believe people are threatening me. I'm taking down my social media to threaten my family. Fuck you. And then this gets back to what, and I'd love your take on this, and I'm sure you will fucking tie it into all this stuff, but they are the ones that compared, we talked about it last night. Rubino said it perfectly. They're the ones that spent 8 years comparing fucking Trump to Hitler. They're the ones that kept calling him a tyrant. They're the ones that called him a threat to democracy. They're the ones that fucking, you know, sit there and backed up every fucking lie and turned things he said like there were good people on both sides into, oh my God, he's a racist. And, you know, he tear gassed people. And they turned him into these things, the left. And if you look at the chick, Amber Rose, she said it perfectly. I'm sure you saw during the the convention, she said, she kept telling her dad, Trump's a racist. And her dad's like, Trump's not a racist. And she goes, he's a racist.
I wish he was racist.
Yeah.
I wish,
Sorry,
like,
got my
you know,
vote.
like my serious opinion is, I wish that he was everything the media called him. I wish he was like Hitler. I wish he was like a tyrant. I wish he was this. I wish he was different than everybody else. But, you know, I was really disappointed with the whole RNC thing. You know, the pandering, really it was pandering to white people by using black people. Like, they're not pandering. They think they're pandering to black people by putting black people on the stage. What they're doing is they're pandering to old white people that don't want to be viewed as racist. Right. And I think that this is sort of Trump is older now, and I love Trump, don't get me wrong, but Trump is older now, and he wants a legacy that isn't one that was painted of him in 2016. He doesn't want to be the racist Hitler, neo-Nazi guy. He wants to be beloved and have a legacy of being a positive president and that kind of thing. So I think that it's a bunch of theatrics, and JD Vance is like the worst pick he could have done.
See,
this guy's
I've heard he's a great pick. Here's why
no.
I think
This guy's mobbed up with the PayPal mafia, all types of Jewish Zionist groups, AI PAC. He's tied up with, I mean, you know, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel. He hated Trump, never Trumper in 2016, and then all of a sudden he flip flops, and now he loves Trump.
I like that he was a never Trumper. And I'm not saying I always yield to guys.
The only reason he likes Trump now is because he had to like him to get into the Senate. He had to get the Trump endorsement. That's the only way that people can.
Okay, and that's not a secret. I think he'd admit that, and I'm not saying you're wrong because you know this shit, but that's politics. And I think he backs him up now. And I think by taking the only thing I know, and trust me, I never heard of JD Vance till I used to do a show over at Compound Media in Hot Water. Oh, wait, it's on right now. Let's take a peek. Hold on. I'm just going to put it on.
There you go.
The ab's down, honey. I used to do a show there. And 2 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, someone told me JD Vance, and I'm like, never heard of him. But I know he wrote Hillbilly Elegy and all that stuff. But the thing I like about JD Vance is it's Trump sending a message like the first time we had Hunter Pence, who sucked. But I think Biden, I think it's no secret now I'm talking like Biden. I think Trump took him to say, look, I'll keep the old guard involved, blah, blah, blah. But now he's like, fuck you. Fuck the old guard. Fuck the uniparty.
But it is that, Gino. It is the old guard. It's all the same people. You look at who's surrounding him. You look at who's involved with JD Vance. And I mean, look at who is standing next to him at the RNC. It's a bunch. It's Marjorie Taylor Greene. It's JD Vance. It's Tucker Carlson. It's all these people that are mobbed up, that are tied into Jewish Zionist groups, that are shills. They're paid and bought. Like, you have to think about it like this. If you go live and you start a political show, and let's say you're really good at it and you're very talented.
I'll live your lie. Sure.
Okay. All right.
All right.
There is. And you garner an audience, and you're speaking the truth. You're speaking truth to power, hooroo, right?
Yes.
Then they give you an option. They say, "Hey, be sponsored by this group. Support this, and we'll give you some money." Okay, now you don't have to rely on your audience. Now you don't have to rely on the people that listen to you. This is the problem with the Daily Wire, with Ben Shapiro, all of these people. If you notice, they're all sponsored by like a million companies. You can't watch these shows without getting a bunch of advertisements. It's worse than TV. This is because if they were crowdfunded, if they were supported by their audience, they would have no money, right? Because people have seen through their bullshit. They can rely on subscribers, but a majority of their money is coming from sponsorships and outside support and funding and investors and all this other shit. So they're not beholden to actual people. They're beholden to special interest groups. And this is the problem with Trump right now. Back in 2015, I was under the opinion that Trump was making the GOP kneel. But little did I know, a few years later, the GOP would be making him kneel. Now it's staple green cards to diplomas to let more legal immigrants in. I'm sorry, I don't want legal immigrants in this country either. I want a complete shutoff at the border.
So who would have been, in your opinion, because again, I'm just looking this from, the I could give a fuck. I just want Biden out. I just want Trump in. I don't care who his VP is. And again, the only thing I took from it is like, he's not fucking around. Apparently he is. Like you're saying, this guy's mobbed up with Jews and stuff. And I don't care if you're mobbed up with Jews. I care if you're fucking these people that keep saying this. Oh, well, getting back to what I said, well, they've really risen the temperature. That was a buzzword, the temperature. And the left is, it'd be like if I walked into your home, Dalton, fucking set it on fire, and you ran out, with your wife who kept calling me a faggot. She does that. And you're sitting there outside, and I say, wow, we really have to turn down the temperature of your apartment. I set it on fire. I'm responsible. And now the man who sat there in front of a red background, a la Hitler 2 years ago, the man that said, I'm going to bring the country together, and then literally said, this isn't about your freedom. If you don't get vaccinated, you're the problem. This guy's like, yeah, both sides have really been, and it's not. It's not. So I could give a fuck about the vice president. I just want Trump in. I'm sorry. And whoever he brings is great.
But the problem is, the problem with that line of thinking is, what happens after these 4 years? Because Trump is probably going to win, right? Trump is mostly
knock wood. Don't jinx it.
Yeah, I won't jinx it. But what I will say, I think Trump is going to win. I think that it's kind of inevitable now, and Democrats are confused. They don't have anybody. Joe Biden sucks. They know that. So the question is, after these 4 years of Trump, where do we go like after that? And you know what it's going to be? It's going to be people like Ron DeSantis. It's going to be people like Nikki Haley, who, by the way, Trump said would never be involved in his administration again. But now he's speaking at the RNC. We have, all the people that hated him. J.D. Vance in 2015, 2016 was calling Trump Hitler and a rapist. Gino, if you thought that I was, actually, maybe you would still like me. But
if I was willing to admit it to myself instead of letting it go because you're a fun hang, sure, I'll play your game. I'll play your game.
If you were publicly calling me Hitler and a rapist, would you just flip-flop on that a few years later and just say, oh, no, he's not a rapist? He's not literally Hitler.
I wouldn't flip, but this is, by the way, shout out Obnoxious John. I'll say this. I hate the Dabbleverse, but if you're going to watch it, watch the puppet, the potato, and the orange. They're the best. No, but this is everything you're saying. Am I applying it in normal life or am I applying it in politics? Because even you know better than me. Politics is are you getting up to get me ice? That'd be great. Make sure you touch them all with your hands. Make sure you touch them. Are you saying it's I didn't see anything. Are you saying it's did you see that 10-year-old boy? Are you saying it's Hold on. By the way, I got it before I go on with this salient point. Even more importantly, Aaron beats his family says Keanu smashes Gino's butthole. That was important. But if you're saying it's real life, that's one thing. If you're saying it's politics, no, it's not. It's fine if it's politics. And I know that sounds terrible, but you know what I mean.
I think that there was a time where I believed that Trump was playing politics very well. And when I thought, well, he really has to work with people that I don't like. That's obvious. I'm not like asking for perfection here. My problem is I look at the GOP and I'm like, if Ron DeSantis was the pick, if Ron DeSantis came out on top when he was running, what would be the difference in the RNC showing? I guess maybe Amber Rose wouldn't have been there. And I like that. We got some dumb broad with a face tattoo speaking about the future of our country. We have a Sikh woman praying to some elephant, blaspheming Jesus. I'm just not a fan of that.
Did these ice cubes touch your hair? No. Were these touching your bowl?
Every single hand, and from the hat. That's crazy.
Love her. Love that gal. All right, so let me say this.
Sorry,
Cat attacked her. Let me say this. Then who do you think should have been the VP?
I don't know. Quite honestly, I there was one guy I was kind of.
He doesn't know.
I really don't. That's a terrible bit. I really don't know who I would have picked. I think I would have liked. I would have taken Ben Carson over fucking.
Oh, my brother loves Ben
Vance.
Carson, which makes me believe he's a good pick.
For me, Ben Carson is just a nobody. Like, he won't do anything. He's old, decrepit.
It's VP. I don't care about the VP. Once Trump gets in,
they're using it to control him, Gino, is the problem. They're using it to control Trump.
Right. Yeah, wait. Who's using it to control? Look, I went to a manly glass. You ready? Look, Daddy's sippy cup.
There you go.
Who's using it to control Trump? I don't know.
The Jews. No, if you want a real answer, I mean, it is a lot of Jews, but it's special interest groups. It's the CIA. It's the establishment. They have a guy that is in with them that now they have as his vice president. It wouldn't shock me if like this is, and I'm not very conspiratorial about some of this stuff, but the assassination attempt on Trump was very weird. I mean, there's just too many holes. You got guys like telling the cops to go up and get this dude, and nobody's doing anything. You got a guy clearing the stage area before the shooting happens. A lot of weird shit.
Sure.
So I don't know. It's Teal. It's the establishment. It's the CIA, and it's a lot of Jews.
Yeah. And what do you think of this statement? Directional Flux says it's insanely myopic. That's a good word to complain about what someone said about Trump 8 years ago. Like, I'm over it. And the thing that made me fucking livid. Let me rephrase. One of the 98 billion things that made me livid during that Biden speech, the night of the opening night of the RNC, where he just looks worse and worse. I'm hanging him out to dry. He's like, JP Vance, did you hear what he said about Trump 8 years ago? Like, Joe Biden. This is what drives me nuts. It's almost like if Joe Biden was actually saying this shit, you could forgive him because he's old, senile, and retarded. But the people having him say this shit who aren't, the Bidens, the Clintons, Pelosi, all these people, in my opinion, they think we're idiots. They think we're going to be like, oh, yeah, fucking Trump did tear gas people. Oh, yeah, fucking JP Vance did hate him. Oh, yeah, he is a racist. They think we're stupid and we're still
It's not even the JD Vance hated Trump, because you can say people change their minds. People change their minds all the time. Back in 2015,
I changed my mind. I was going to drink out of this glass, but then I changed my mind. And
I'm about to change my drink. I'm about to do that right now.
Are you going to drink something that would help your testosterone? Or are you going to
no?
Are you going to put soda pop in your booze again?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Oh, hold on. Oh, this Whiskey Wednesday brought to you by faggots. There you go. Hey, buddy. Go on.
Thanks. It's about who that sucks. That fucking sucks, Gino. Stop. It's a terrible bit.
They're stuck in the wheels of the chair now.
They're all rolled up. Gino, it's not about if he changed his mind. It's about who he's tied to. This guy is a client of Palantir, deep state. I mean, this guy's got all kinds of connections that I'm sure, like, what we know is just the tip of the iceberg. I think this is detrimental to Trump. I think this is detrimental to the future of the country. I think this sets us back. If anything, we should be going harder. We should be more based. We should be more red-pilled. We should be pushing the boundaries even further. But instead, it's like, oh, well, we might as well become more liberal. I don't get that. I'm not a liberal.
Who's saying we might as well become more liberal?
I mean, look at what the GOP does. I mean, guys are fucking each other. Everything's okay. Trans is okay. Trans kids are kind of, people are saying that's okay now. What's the difference between us and the left? There's nothing.
Well, I think there's a difference between us and the left when it comes to, a lot of political stances, but
you could say economic policy. But like, okay, great. Like, Trump's going to usher in new tax cuts. But guess what? Guys are still going to be fucking each other in public in front of kids.
You say it like it's a bad thing. Look, I get it, but we can't control that. Like, we live in a country where you're free to do all this stuff. And it's the old thing, like, you have to live in a country where where you might disagree, but you give people freedom to burn the flag, even though the flag is racist. We let people say that. That's not the concern for me. The concern for me is the fact that I'm sending 40% of my money to the Ukraine. I don't care if you're sucking a guy off in the street. That was a great weekend we had. I don't care. Like, as long as fucking I'm not paying 40% of my fucking taxes to fucking a country that has no right to them.
We're going to be. JD Vance went on Hannity the night he got announced as Trump's VP pick and said, we're going to go bomb Iran.
Good. That's not.
No.
Why is that bad?
Iran is cool.
Okay. Iran's cool.
Iran, China, Russia. They should be our competitors, but we should be allies. Instead, we're giving billions of dollars to Ukraine. We're giving billions of dollars to Israel, and we're going to go fight forever wars for them. Like, no, I'm a vet.
That's where I'm stupid. Then educate me. It's like when you say bomb Iran, I'm like, hooray, because that's not a forever war. We just fucking.
What has Iran done to us? What has Iran really done to us?
I have no idea. Tell me.
Exactly. No, they haven't done anything. Israel did 9/11. Israel did the attack on the USS Liberty. They're our enemy, but instead we have a foreign power controlling the halls of Congress, paying people big money to lie.
So what's the answer then, Dalton? Because I don't know. Because I'll go first, because here's my answer.
Okay.
Bring Trump in, and I'll go back to his being as naive as I was fucking 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I just want to wake up, live my life, tell my dick jokes, drink my fucking delicious Blade. Shout out Blade from fucking the Win by 2. Drink my delicious Blade and Bow whiskey.
Yeah.
From there, like I'm not as vested. Like I don't have any kids. I'm fucking a 10-year-old boy, but I don't have any kids. You know what I mean? So I don't.
Thank God. Thank God.
Perfect example. You saw it. We were talking to Fred Rubino the other night, and he said it when I saw him get shot. You know, it's like I got a lump in my throat, and I'm like, I get it. I would imagine he did because he raised kids. He raised kids, and he's watching the country go to shit, and he worries about his grandkids. When I saw it, I was like, are you fucking? Because I don't have that. You know, like my niece and nephew are grown up, and they were raised right. One's vaccinated, but it's not their fault. Like I don't worry about this shit because I know my brother and sister-in-law, Max and Maxine Loads, raised my niece and nephew right, and they can go on and make their
Loads is the real last name.
No, his last name is Visconti, but one time Frankie McDonald said,
okay, I was like, holy shit.
To Max Loads, baby, help me here. It looks like the computer.
Happy birthday. Talk more 9/11. I can talk more 9/11. Here's what I'll tell you. Go look up dancing Israelis. And there are a few links out there. You also go to jewishcontributions.org. You can go do that as well. Here's the deal about 9/11. It was an inside job mixed with Israel and Mossad. So was the JFK assassination. All of this has ties to Israel. They're our enemy. It's that simple.
Right.
Go out and come back in for a second.
What's that? Wait, I'm going to go out and come back in for a second.
Okay.
Did you miss me?
I did.
But not that.
Apparently.
I don't mean that. I got to switch these out.
What do you got to do?
I don't remember. Just.
Okay. I can keep giving you guys.
Buy me some time.
Okay, I'll talk about Jews.
Do you have any bubble?
I'll talk. No, I don't. I can't move back and do that. I can just talk about Jews, I guess. I don't think this guy Dalton knows anything about Israel. I'll reply to the chat. How about that? I'll do this game. I'll reply to the chat. What do you know about Israel? I would redirect that question to you, and ask, is there anything that tells you that Israel is our greatest ally? And what would that be? Because when RNC members are going up on stage saying our most precious ally, I say, well, what makes them our most precious ally? Because last time I checked, they're the highest recipient of foreign aid, and they're the only people that don't have to pay any of that money back. They get to keep that money and they reinvest it into China. I don't understand what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm getting heated, Gino. You're gone. I can't even hear you. This is the best thing about his show, by the way, is the technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. I got you now.
Oh, thank you. I should have stayed completely. Hold on. You know what happened? Someone was firing outside.
What? Okay. All right. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go get a drink.
He left. Dalton. Oh my God. He'll come back when he's hungry. Look, shout out. I want to thank Super Chat Unidentified Crab on a second slope roof, and I don't need you losers because 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, Ron. Fucking that's 70 cents. I can do 70 cents. What do you think 70 cents is worth nowadays under fucking this Biden guy? So yeah, while he's gone, and Aaron, thank you so much. I don't think Dalton's poorly educated. I think he's pretty fucking smart, but I'm pretty fucking stupid. But while he's gone, Kiana was nice enough to send me this video, so I'm going to watch it. Thank you, sweetie. What? Just tell me what the. Why don't you just tell me the time mark?
I put it in the description of the email.
Oh, go to 31:33. I didn't realize it was that long. Thank you, baby. All right, let's go.
Listen, I've been told by many experts in the last 36 hours.
There's an entire cultural machine that has lied. There is an entire
we just saw it in real time. That's it.
What?
That's why conservatives deserve absolutely zero sympathy.
Here we go.
Almost gleeful.
Here we go. Thank you for
We have a clip of what Destiny has said about that very thing. Let's listen to this.
And that was the moment that I realized the power of fresh food.
Don't make fun of me here because I refuse to fucking pay for fucking.
Wouldn't it be better if a leather holster could lock? With limited carry options.
God damn it. I'm sorry I'm so stupid.
We don't know what's happened here. No one can yet give a legitimate explanation.
But you're clearly implying.
Trump, fuck the people that support him. I just want you to know, okay? Just in case you're confused or it seems like I'm, you don't, whatever. If one of you were in the crowd and you're a conservative fan of mine and you end up, getting blown away or whatever the fuck, I'm making fun of you the next day on Twitter. I am 100%.
I mean, I got to say, I just found that repulsive, Destiny. Yeah,
I wish that you, there is no room. There is no.
It's almost like this is what I said a few moments ago. It's almost like this is what I said a few moments ago. People have no, oh, Dalton's back. Like, we just showed the clip, Dalton. Look at this shit. Hold on. I got to do the thing back. I'm fucking bad with it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go, buddy? Hold on. Dude.
Hang on really quick.
Please talk to me.
Really quick. I see these chatters there. You got a lot of Israeli supporters. I'll say that.
Right.
Someone in the chat said that Dalton's Israel fear with the Israeli flag is obnoxious. Iran's religion makes them evil. I'd rather Israel over Iran in my country, or Jew over Muslim.
Aaron, who fucking shelled out 70 cents after taxes, says you're poorly educated. I told him I disagree, but go on, buddy.
Here's the thing. I don't want either of them in my country. I am a Christian. This is a Christian country. We shouldn't be having Sikhs give their fucking weird-ass song satanic prayer at the end of the RNC convention. And not only that, sorry, have you ever been to Israel as a Christian, as a Catholic in particular? You're going to get spit on. In their religious book, the Talmud, they say that Jesus and Mary are burning in semen and excrement and that Mary's a whore and all this other shit. Fuck you. They believe that we should be dead. They call us the Goyim. They think that we're less than them. They all do. So you're being a fucking retard if you would rather have Jewish supremacy over Muslims coming into the country, which, by the way, I don't want either. I believe it's a Christian country. I believe in white Christians.
But this is where I'm going to slightly disagree with you. Okay,
yeah, please do.
And first, I'll tell you why I agree with you. Because I'll tell you what I've been doing, and I said this, I wake up every morning, I'm in bed, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going to go on now. Like, I lived fucking, and we said it for 8 years. Garrett said it perfectly. We were living our retirement. We woke up every day. We went to a fucking mecca of a place. It was a playground,
A mecca.
It was a mecca. See what I did there? I made it.
That was good. That was really good.
And I wake up every day and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And then I get out of bed and I'm like, it's going to be fine. And I get up and I go out on my fucking, there's people make fun of me. 3-room apartment in Harlem. Somehow I live here with fucking a 10-year-old boy and a cat. I've never had more space. I've never been fucking happier. And I go out on my fucking patio, have a black coffee, have a cigar. And I read fucking Bible stuff, which I'm getting into now because fucking, I honestly think, and I'd love
getting old.
I'm old. I put up my pink slippers, don't even need them. But I think the Bible's great. And my buddy Fred Rubino said the other night, the Bible's great, but organized religion sucks a dick. And when you say you're going to burn and see that Jesus and Mary burn in semen and excrement, that's these fucking nuts that fucking take shit literally and don't realize like it's a book of parables. It's inspired reading. And
no, that's the Talmud. That's Jewish rabbis talking to each other.
Yeah,
that's what they believe.
But that's right. That's what they believe. But normal people, if you believe in any God, like if you believe in the Bible, do unto others. It's that simple. Like I say this at the end of my act. Like, and I know you'll disagree with this, but I say this. I'm like, I have gay friends. I have no problem. Not my business. But when I go to bed at night, I pray for them, and I don't pray for them to get better. And I've said this before. Oh, Gino said the word nigger. So what? That's a bad word, but you can put together 4 words like I can't fix homosexuals. That can be more hateful than what I said. And I'm going to say it again. You listen to these fundamentalist psychos, and the bottom line is like you read these books and take them seriously. No, it's all parables, and it's do unto others. And I pray every night that you know these gay people are fine and they live a good life like I would anyone else. But I pray there's a hell, Dalton. I pray there's a hell for Nancy Pelosi. I pray there's a hell for Jonathan Mayorkas, who then you find out after he lets in all these people is in charge of the Secret Service. I pray there's a hell for Joe Biden. I pray there's a hell for Anthony Fauci. That's like how I pray for hell and stuff. But to side with you, I've never noticed such an attack on Christianity from the Muslims, from the Jews, from the government. It's disgusting. It's disgusting how they're coming after Christianity.
Here's
if
you look, I mean, it doesn't. You can just look at the facts of what goes on in Israel and how they treat Christians and how they've bombed churches in Gaza and stuff. You could read into all of that, and I would encourage everyone to do so. They hate Christians. They hate every single person who is a non-Jew. And by the way, they aren't the chosen people. Jews aren't the chosen people. Christians are the chosen people.
I'm not even on screen for this. I can't be. I'm kidding. I'm on your side. I'm kidding. Go on, buddy.
Jews will not inherit the kingdom of God. Christians will. Christians believe that the Messiah is Jesus because he is.
But see, this is where I'm going to disagree with you. Like, I don't think anyone's a chosen people. I think we're like, and now I'll fag it up. I think we're all energy. I think fucking,
There you go.
You believe in a higher, who said it? David Mamet. He's like, without God, there is no gratitude. That's one of the greatest phrases I've ever heard in my life. Without God, there is no gratitude. And I've said this, fucking people that wake up and believe in a higher power, whether it's me who's kind of laid back, whether it's you who's very fucking, Christian, whether it's Jews who believe in the town. At least people that believe in a higher power have some sense of humility than these people that just believe it's all chaos. And it is, but a fucking loving fucking higher being, God, I call him, created this chaos. Look at me. I had the greatest gig in the world for 8 years. Now I wake up every day. I'm fucking Jodie Foster on the pinball machine when the college boy fucks her. The first time it's shocking. The second time it's like, let's just sit back and fucking enjoy this ride and have faith that this is happening for a fucking reason. But this is why people are like so fucking polarized by all religions. They're going after Christianity. That I can't fucking abide. I don't care if you're fucking agnostic, atheist, Jewish, Muslim, Democrat. I can't. That's my fucking problem. People that don't have the gratitude that believe in any type of God and a higher power.
Well, I'm definitely not saying that you shouldn't be allowed to practice your religion in the country. I think that, freedom of religion is one thing. Like, if you're a Muslim, if you're an atheist, if you're a Jew in America, go for it. I wish that you would convert, but whatever. I just don't think that you should be serving in public office if you're anything other than a Christian.
Wow.
I don't think that you should be allowed to be president if you're not a Christian, or a senator if you're not a Christian.
That literally made my brain sparkle.
Oh, great. Yeah. I love that. I love that the brain sparkling one was the one that got the least amount of pop. It was just a couple.
Baby, you said I was stupid. It was really clever. Hold on. Hold on. I'm about
You're going to have to definitely take this show down, by the way. This is definitely getting
I'm
banned.
Use every muscle in my brain. You ready?
Wow. No, don't add 3. It's not 3.
That's me.
It was 1.
Wait. It's like an applause break. Thank you very much. Not yet.
I'll leave. I don't want to harp on the Jews too much. I know that people don't necessarily. Well, I know that people.
If it was up to me, every Jew'd be holding a harp.
I know that not everybody is agreeing with me here. I'm kind of in the minority. But here's the last thing I'll say. Guys, they call you Hitler. They call you a Nazi, whether you are that or not. I'm not a Nazi. I'm not a hateful person. But I was labeled anti-Semite of the year.
New people ever. I can't give you a better compliment.
Thank you.
Like, did I not? Like, you're gonna love this. I might add a couple in me. I go to Keanu yesterday. I'm like, I gotta call Dalton and make sure he can do the show tomorrow. She's like, you called Dalton.
I knew you were fucking hammered. I could just tell.
But I wanted you on. There was no question. I'm all hammered. Like, I'm gonna call Dalton and drink with him tomorrow. I'm like, I gotta call. She's like, you called Dalton. Go on, buddy.
I was never attacked by Muslims. I joined the military when I was 19 years old. I was an infantryman. I did 4 years. I was kicked out because I refused the
Thank you for your service, buddy.
No, that's crazy. But I got kicked out because I refused the COVID-19 vaccine.
Hero.
Okay. And I was willing. I joined because Trump was president. That's why I joined.
Right.
And I wanted to serve my country. I had a very narrow-minded, naive view of how things worked in the world. And I slowly realized that these people that they want you to think are the enemy aren't the enemy. My life wasn't ruined. I wasn't attacked. I wasn't labeled anything by anybody other than the ADL and the left. The ADL called me anti-Semite of the year. They doxed my family. They tried to ruin my life.
Hold on one sec, buddy. Hey, baby, my buddy Dalton won an award.
I did. Yeah. Here it is. Check this out.
Top Jew hater. Where?
Oh, check this out.
Hold on.
Best use of blackface. That's my award.
An award best. Now that doesn't look like a YouTube.
This is a YouTube play button.
It doesn't look like a YouTube award though.
No, this is a YouTube play button.
Stop it.
Yeah, thank you, YouTube.
I can't
for endorsing blackface.
That's amazing. I don't have an award.
Yeah, I can tell.
Hold on. Wait, make fun of me when I'm on screen. It's funnier. Watch this. I don't have an award.
I can tell.
No, hold on. I'll fix it.
Okay. Okay. Gino, I'll finish it like this. I'll finish my fucking statement like this.
Go on, buddy. I love you.
They call you Hitler. They call you Nazi. No matter what you believe, if you're somewhat on the right, they're going to call you these things. And they're going to say to punch you. They're going to say to ruin your life. The facts of the matter are the ADL is my enemy. Hitler's not my enemy. Hitler didn't do shit to me. That's just really where I'm at with it. And they went after me so hard, and they have tried to ruin my life. They've taken payment processors away from me. They've taken social media. I mean, I'm banned on Spotify, Shopify, Facebook, shit that you wouldn't even think that you could be banned from for political opinions. I've had it taken away. So fuck them. And that just validates my position. You're going to sit here and tell me if you say that you should shut down the border, guess what? Your bank account's fine. You're not going to get investigated. You're not going to have everything taken away from you. They're not going to dox you all over the internet and try to ruin your life and call you a neo-Nazi. They might call you racist, I guess, but they're not going to try to ruin your life over that. But as soon as you start talking about the Jews, your life's going to be fucked. And I've learned that, and I don't regret a single bit of it. I'll do it every day of the week.
Yeah. Well, I got your back there because once they start shutting shit down, and that's another reason. Like we just had that merger. Well,
you just believe in free speech, and that's really good. Like that's what we should believe. That's what we should be fighting for.
By the way, shout out! I finally banned that guy, Aaron Beats his family, because he's funny, and I know you're gonna do, dude. Mr. Nobody still sends fucking Twitter things. I'm like, shouldn't you? I always tag you. I'm like, shouldn't you be doing a show with Dalton right now?
I'm on a suspension, but I want to reply to him. Like I wanted to. I love Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody's my guy.
Yeah, I got to admit I was wrong about it. But this other guy's just doing the hate, which is fine. It's funny, but it sounds like, you got to do more. By the way, shout out to a couple people I missed. Jason Hughes says Vance would be VP and ain't directing anything. Dalton's fear is obnoxious. Was this one you read? Iran's religion makes them evil. I'd rather Jew over Muslim.
Yeah, go to Israel, bitch. Go to Israel. Tell me how much you love it.
You're welcome to go to. Yeah, like this is still the greatest.
I'll pay for it. You DM me. I'll pay for your trip to Israel. I'll send you there, and I want you to wear a crucifix around your neck.
Oh, Dalton, hold on 1 second. Hey, hey, baby, you want to go to Israel? Like honeymoon? I can book us a gig there.
A Tel Aviv trip.
By the way, I was in the Dead Sea. Both of my comedy CDs are floating in it. Dalton just sips his fag Jack and Coke.
It's good. It's really good, actually.
Speaking of people I love drinking with, shout out Bob, Fan of Patrice, $10. Heard the one about the Jewish pedo, Dalton? Hey, little kid, want to buy some candy?
Buy some candy. Yeah, that's awesome. That's true, though. That's how they are.
But can I just throw this up one last time and just show that it proves everything we've said? Remember I said that guy was like, oh, my God, I'm afraid my kid isn't funny. This guy, I'll tell you right now, we have, what do we have? 109 people in here. And thank you. I appreciate every person in here because this is what's going on in comedy now. And I've said this before, and thank you so much. Shout out Bob, Fan of Patrice. Here's a fucking drink to you. I love you.
Cheers.
He's the best. I fucking miss drinking with him. But this gets back to the guy saying, I'm afraid my kid isn't funny. And no one's trying to be funny anymore, Dalton. I've said this, and then I'll put it up in a sec. People now, comedians, you can try to be comedians trying to do one of two things. I'm sorry, I got a couple in me. You either try and be funny or you try and make the audience laugh. Okay.
Yeah.
I've always tried to make the audience laugh, and I love it. I sit there and I say this all the time. I'm the same person behind this microphone, behind one on stage, and behind a drink at a bar. I just want to joke around and laugh and have a guy make me laugh. Other comedians now try to be funny. And being funny is whatever, you'll love this, the Zionists in Hollywood define as comedy, and that changes every day. And shout out to my good friend Kevin Dombrowski. Fucking, he said it once. He's like, this is when I got it, Gene. He's like, because Kevin's like me, old school comedian, but he's much younger, and he just gets up there and he's working on the next joke and the craft, and he loves it. And I love the guy. And he's like, one time he's like hosting a show, and some guy's hanging out at the comedy club. Hanging out, right? Hoping to get a spot. And somebody doesn't show up, and they're like, Steve, I can't remember his name. Actually, it's like, hey, Steve, whatever. It'd be like you. Hey, Dalton, go on stage, right? So he's about to go on stage, and you can imagine it's hectic. It's rushed. No, the comic didn't show up, and the next comic's got to go on. And so Kevin's on stage because he's hosting. He's great at it. And while he's doing it, he looks to bring the guy up. And you know what the guy's doing, Dalton? He's fucking in the back, setting up his fucking cell phone and his camera and angling it because he's so worried, so fucking worried, so zoom in on me, so goddamn fucking worried about getting the perfect clip that can go viral. And how do you get that perfect clip? You know, you get it. Tell me you get that perfect clip, Dalton. Tell him.
I don't know.
You get it. You ready?
With your phone?
Wait, hold on. How do you get it, Dalton?
With your phone.
Yes, and how do you
yes,
and how do you get it on your phone, Dalton? You ready? Here's what you do.
By setting it up vertically before the show.
And yep, and you worry so much about the setup, and here's the most important.
That's what I was gonna say. That's it.
Honey,
by worrying about it before the show.
Hold on 1 sec. Honey, can you put more ice cubes in your hat? I'm an alcoholic. Dalton makes me drink. And you know what you do, Dalton? I swear to God, and you'll get this. Well, so last week I did 10 jokes and I posted them all and none of them went viral. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the 10 jokes for this crowd that I wrote this week. And you know, real comedians, their best jokes are written that week. And I'm going to do them. And I don't care if they're funny or not, because maybe one, whether it gets a laugh from this crowd or not, will fucking translate perfectly to the internet and make me go viral. And they suck a giant dick. Don't come over here yet, baby. They suck. You're a 10-year-old boy. They suck a giant dick. And they're the ones that fucking don't get what comedy is. And don't get me wrong, they're also the ones that will finally fucking hit it. After 30 fucking shows, of doing fucking sets that fucking just disrespect the audience, that paid good money, and they don't care. And then they're like, oh my God, like the dumb cunt who probably had someone throw a beer bottle at her in fucking Jersey and then fucking had fucking just out of the blue Fallon say, come on my show, whatever. It's all bullshit. And fucking people like us want to fucking make a difference. We want to make the audience laugh. You want to make the audience think. You want to fucking make the audience laugh at me. And that's the beauty of what we do. And that's what we'll keep doing. And people don't get that. And that brings me back to this fucking clip of this fucking guy who says the most horrific fucking shit because all he wants is a fucking reaction rather than fucking someone to respond to his soul. Let's hear it again.
Let me jump in there because we have a clip of what Destiny has said about that very thing. Let's listen to this.
Fuck it. Fuck the dude, the firefighter guy. Fuck Trump. Fuck the people that support him.
Fuck the guy that spent his life. This is why people don't fucking. Comedy is a craft. You got to take my word for it. People told me this. It's a craft, and people literally are like, I don't care. I'll just shock people.
Someone said to hang on, Gino. Somebody said to call. You want me to call Destiny?
Do you have his number?
Yeah.
Call him right now.
Before you do that,
All right, hang on.
Hold on. Before I'm going to take you out of the screen. You got to see this. Here we go. I'm just going to refill my glass.
Nothing to see.
It's
In a pocket. That's awful. That is brutal.
Tell you. Hold on. I'm going to tell you something. Hold on.
Here we go.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you something right now. Could you be a doll and pour that for me? Dalton, I'm going to tell you something that I know you know. I can't wait to marry this dumb woman.
I'm happy for you. This is beautiful.
I cannot wait to marry this 10-year-old boy. There you go. Oh, baby, be careful. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. There you go. Hold on. Watch this. Dalton, you ready? You ready? Watch this.
With the gold. Go ahead.
I'm going to throw up.
You can really taste the lint. All right, back to you, Dalton. What were you saying? Thank you, baby. I love you. What were you saying, buddy?
I'm trying to get. Okay, I have his phone number, so just give me a sec. I gotta find it.
While you're doing that, let me shout out to Frankie is ready. We are two. Thank you, Jesse James, for the $2. Orion's Dream says, Frankie says, relax. Fucking Kirkland Reds, where have you been? Love you, buddy. $5. Just look up videos of guys doing missionary work in Israel. They don't seem to like us very much. Oh, it's so funny. And $2 from Brian Kate. Call Garrett and say, hey, buddy. Love those guys. Make sure you catch Garrett and Steve tonight. They're the best. Are you calling him?
I'm. Hang on a second. I'm gonna get it.
Oh,
I have it.
Wait, while you're doing that, have you seen this? Have you seen this video? I'm gonna put it up real big.
What are you gonna say? You have to talk to him.
I have. Well, I'll talk to him. I'll talk. Are you serious? Put him on. Have you seen this video of how close we were to living in a different world?
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine? See, this is divine intervention. This is God working.
Could not agree more. Could not agree more. If you guys haven't seen this, let me try and make it a little bigger for your goddamn edification. I'm so bad at this. I apologize. Thank you for your patience. Watch this, people. There's no sound. It doesn't matter. Look at this. Here's the sound. The sound's going. Now watch. Look at his head. Let's do it again. This is what.
Take a look what happened.
If you don't get, thank you, David Harris Jr. If you don't get that this is one of those fucking moments where I use this fucking phrase a lot. Gay porn. I'm kidding.
What?
I'm kidding. This is what I call a litmus test. When I look at this, and you beat me to it, Dalton.
This is what I call a gay porn test.
Well, and trust me, I failed. But this test, and fucking, you're on the same page of it. It's just you dip it in a second. Here's your result, and you said it's like this is divine intervention.
That's actually also what you say about gay porn.
You dip it in for a second, and then if you're a Mormon, you let it soak. But you said it. Dude, this is divine intervention. I look at this, and you cannot convince me.
Take a look what happened.
That's a higher power right there.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That's it. That's a higher power. And I'll say it again.
And then Gino, and then they bring a Sikh woman on the stage to like chant to some elephant. How do you not thank Jesus Christ for that? That's a miracle.
I don't.
But instead, we're gonna get a Sikh woman to fucking wrap her head and say, "Oh no, whoa, no, yeah, fuck that."
I don't know what. So wait, so you're friends with whatchamacallit? God forgive me, with Destiny?
No, I just have his phone number.
Well, let me ask you this.
We can call it right now. You can talk to him.
I don't mind. I'll tell him. How do you have his phone number?
It was sent to me. I have 2 phone numbers for him, and I don't know if they're gonna work, but we can try it.
The show right now.
I can't.
Why?
I just have his phone. You want me to?
So
he's not going to come on.
Why?
We just have to call him. We have to catch him off guard.
Oh, dude, you're a real pro. All right, I'll play your game. Well, hold on. Let me do some show prep.
You have to tell him that you're on the show, though. You have to tell him what show we're on.
Why don't you introduce him to me? Do it.
Hang on, you're getting a call. I don't know him.
I'm getting a call.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Ah, shit. Okay, hang on. That one didn't work. Hang on. I have two here.
All right.
One of these has got to work.
Let me read the chats, and by that I mean the people that are text messaging me right now. Oh, phone's blowing up. Fucking, I'm so bad with this.
Can you hear that, by the way? Could you hear the voicemail thing?
What?
Hang on. Can you hear this?
By the way, this is brilliant. I never thought of this. This guy's, you know what I just got? No, I heard it. Do it again. Keanu, this is brilliant. What a fan sent me.
Oh, here you go.
I love it.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Destiny.
Nope. Wrong number.
Damn.
Right,
okay, wrong number. So the other one's a bullshit number. Why did this guy send me that?
How do you know that's not him?
It could have been him. Hang on a second. Let me message my guy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I thought you were going to talk first. I dropped the ball on that. I'll be the first to fucking admit. By the way, this in from a fan.
It was like we're 14 prank calling somebody. You were like, what do I say?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have Prince Albert in the can? You don't even get that.
I don't know who that is.
It should have been like this, duck.
Okay.
How are there still bubbles left in this?
There shouldn't be. Burn it. Do something.
Dalton, you know what I'm going to send you? I'm going to send you wine with a bottle of whiskey for the next time we do this, and of course the Bushwood headband I haven't sent, but I did wash it.
Yeah, please do.
Oh, and a couple of those fucking Artie and Anthony stickers. So a fan wrote this. I know there's been some debate on Twitter regarding your Compound Media content. If you were to provide contemporary commentary on old Hot Water shows, potentially including those featuring Berg, you'd effectively transform the content. That's brilliant, isn't it, Keanu? She's not listening.
What?
It's nap time. She's 10. This approach would render any claims against material from Compound, Censored, or Berg null and void. That's true. This approach would be similar to a director doing. That is brilliant.
Can I ask you something about the Compound Censored merger?
You could just ask me. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to tell you now. I may sound naive. I might sound retarded here.
You cannot sound more naive than me, my friend. But go on.
So I was talking about it on my show. I was covering. By the way, Kevin Brennan doesn't know what gross versus net income is, which I found hilarious.
Brennan, yeah, go on. He's like, I love that Kevin Brennan is the biggest loser in the Dabbleverse, and no one gets it. Go on.
Okay. Well, the fact he didn't know that was crazy. But what I will tell you is, and this is my opinion, what you should have done. Now, I don't know if you could still do this, and tell me if I'm like being an idiot here.
If it's got anything to do with going over to Gavin's network, I would never do it.
Okay. Can I explain to you what I would have done if I...
The last couple of weeks, I've given Gavin, he's genuine, he's honest when he's like, I don't need you. When he's like, I won't do that. Like,
can I tell you? Okay. Well, here's what I would have told him if I was you.
Go on.
I would have said no salary. Give me the super chat money.
No.
And give me commission based on the subscribers that I bring over. And then don't limit me. I'm still going to do my YouTube stuff. I'm still going to do everything I'm doing. You can do the archives of all the shows. And then you can make money on his audience, being over on Compound. Hopefully bring some people over.
Right there. Let me stop.
Okay.
And pay you and Gavin a compliment at the same time, okay?
Okay. Because that's what I would have done. I would have taken that in a heartbeat.
No, here's why I didn't. The deal Gavin offered me for a new podcaster, for someone who didn't already bring over all the subs, was incredibly generous. When he says you can get 70% of all the new subs, that seems very generous. When he says you can get 100% of the super chats, that seems very generous to a new open micer super chatter. Podcaster. It does. But and Gavin will say the same thing. I said to Gavin that week, he's like, I don't need you anymore. I got all the subs. I needed you guys to smooth it over. But when and I think you'll agree, and I think Gavin would say the same thing, and there's nothing but respect. I've said this, I think I said it just yesterday, before I got hammered and called you and forgot.
Okay.
I spent 8 years. You've seen the show, you've been on the show, you know the show.
Yep.
8 years in Hot Water at Compound Media, which anyone, including CNL Ken Brennan, will tell you is the best studio in the world, with the best, most talented producers that forgive me, Garrett, Steve, Drew, and Luby for calling you that, with the best fucking guests, in the best fucking space, with the best fucking equipment, okay? I did that for 8 years, Dalton. Is that true? True, right?
Yes.
So, and then we get to the merger, and all the fans I helped build up, and let's not lie, Anthony had a little something to do with that. And most of the people, baby, the battery's dead again. What the cunt? I don't. No. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, if I lose you, Dalton, just buy me some time until I'm back. But let's pretend nothing's wrong, okay? See if.
All right.
Oh, you're gonna.
All right, but okay, so you understand. And if I lose you, we'll come right back. It's not a big deal. But you get what I'm saying, Dalton. So those 8 years were amazing. Is it fair to say that all the fucking people that came over in the merger, a lot of them came over, and people have said this. Don't get me wrong. I'll say it. I have his book. Anthony's the funniest motherfucker I've ever worked with. It's a fucking honor, a blessing, a gift to have worked with them all this time. But in those 8 years, everyone that came over in the merger, thank you so much, Keanu.
You're welcome.
That 10-year-old boy knows his chords. Everyone that came over was already there. So now what Gavin is offering me is saying, now you're a guy podcasting in his home like everyone else. I was
okay, but why not do the studio thing? Because he did say you guys could use the studio there. There's no guest.
The last thing I said to Gavin after all this, I said it yesterday. I said to Gavin, all I need from you, and am I wrong? I said, all I need from you is that studio, half an hour away from me. I loved it. I saw it. He's like, no guests. I'm like, no problem. I'm like, all I need from you is that studio, 4 days a week, 90 minutes, consistent time slot live. And he's like, I only need you 1 day a week. And I said, and I literally wrote back between you and me and the listeners. I wrote, I said, that sounds fun. I'll call you tomorrow. And I never called him again because I can't put up with it anymore. I can't, because if it was anyone but Gavin, who I know and I drink with, I respect, I'd be like, well, you're just being an 8-year-old and you're saying this is my studio and I'll do what I want. And am I wrong to say kind of? And I said, and I literally said, if you give me that, we can figure out money. I don't care. But
yeah.
I think I've worked long enough to be like, I'm really good in a studio spinning plates. I never said, oh my God, my fucking show on the internet is I'm the first to say I don't know what I'm doing. But when you say that, I'm like, so you want me to fucking bring in new subs, fucking working at half fucking capacity without the studio, without Garrett and Steve, without Drew dropping by, without in-studio guests? So you just want me to make you more money? Let me say this. You know what I would say if it was anyone else but Gavin? Let me tell you, I'm going to make this big. I would say, suck my fucking dick, you insecure dipshit. If it was anyone else but Gavin, I would say, if it was anyone else but Gavin, I'd say, suck my dick, you insecure dipshit. You fired incredibly talented producers because all you wanted is exactly what you got. You saved money. You have all the subs and half the bills and enjoy because you got what you wanted. Now you go. Thoughts on that, Dalton?
I don't want to sound like a dick or once again, like I don't know the full picture here.
What did I leave out? What more do you need to know?
Well, here's what I would like. Okay, this is just if I was a you, and with the information that I know.
If you were a me, could you do this?
I wouldn't want to, but you do.
That's why you're you and I'm me.
That's exactly.
I love you, Dalton. Go.
Here's if I was in that position, I would have said, fine, one day a week, I'll go up to the studio, I'll do a show.
After he fired your best friend.
Hang on.
After he fired your best friends unceremoniously.
Well, here's what I would have done. I would have said, listen, let me
interrupt you. Yes, eating clams and the best fucking fans in the world. Go on.
I would have said my only requirement or my only two requirements are I get 95% of the super chat money or whatever. And I get to bring in.
I get 100% after YouTube while I'm working on the new studio with people I love and respect.
Yeah, I get that, but I guess
You're basing it on money, Dalton.
I'm not. I guess
what would have been her 90 fucking fourth birthday.
I would have just said
money problems are your only problems. You don't have any problems.
I would have just said I would like to have Garrett and Steve in the studio occasionally. Like, let them come in.
That when he fired them, and I said I need Steve and Garrett for the show, and he looked at me and barked out, "Then it's coming out of your dough." And I said, "All right."
Okay. So here's, if you have Garrett and Steve on, right? Do you give them a portion typically?
What do you mean?
Give them a cut, like, of the super chat money?
We split it.
Like when you guys do a show? I would have done that, but just in the studio one night a week.
No, I'm not. Well, I would argue if you really want to be a genuine dude and be like, this is a merger and not just a buyout, which, don't get me wrong, I don't know if you know this, but there's a little guy by the name of Anthony Cumia. Love this fucking dude who fucking literally fucking is, and you can say I'm simping, greatest broadcaster of the past 10 years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
Fucking, I have his book, fantastic fucking book, a little thing called Spare Me. Fucking, we all love him. Like, this is his show. Like, I still watch his show. He's amazing, and he got tired of it all, and he deserves, after surviving fucking quadruple bypass, which, by the way, he wouldn't even have had time for if he took the vax. If he wasn't one of the people during the lockdown saying,
yeah.
During the lockdown, he literally said to Garrett, and excuse me, not Garrett, he was stuck with me, to fucking Drew, fucking come into my home, Dave Landau, come into my home, and fucking did the show there, kept the world spinning, kept people informed, gave me a platform to do this. Then you don't think he deserves what he has now? Look at this guy. I'm not kidding. This is my friend Anthony Cumia. I love him. I've got his back all the time. I'm sorry. I'm taking all your viewers. I can't believe we have over 100. But this guy fucking is great. He's responsible. He's made a difference, and he deserves to walk off into the sunset. But I'm telling you, Dalton, if you want it to be a merger, you're like, Gino's the one guy that fucking is the most loyal fuck, and you could say I'm simping, most loyal fuck in the world. Let me tell you, people are worried about my money. I save at least $800 a week not buying tabs. Okay, I'll lie. It's been more that I save at least fucking 1 to 1.5 paychecks a week, and it's a lot that he was paying us. Thank God.
So your position is more your position going into this was more on principle.
No, my position on this is what it's always been.
By the way, hello, Taylor.
Yes.
I am a groiper.
I'm lazy. Is he one of the fake people when I'm talking to just you and Paul in a chat with hundreds of people on my phone?
Yeah.
Hi, Taylor. Love you, buddy. You understand? Like, I've always done what's easiest and the most fun, you know? And that's why it's like, I've said this to Keanu, that 10-year-old boy who keeps fucking finding new places to put ice. I've said this.
In your ass.
I was, when this happened, the first thing I said when I walked out of the studio is like, we all got fired. And Keanu's like, really? And I go, oh no, me and Keanu did. Excuse me, me and Chrissy didn't. But I knew we were done. Life had changed. And then the more I looked into it, I'm like, I don't want to, I don't want to be full of shit, Dalton. And I'm the guy that's like, if I work for this, there were times I'm like, oh, I am going to get this gig. And I was stressed out. And don't get me wrong. I'll say it again. If you think I'm bashing Gavin and what he's doing with fucking free speech, you're nuts. I love what he's doing.
I don't think you are. I think that anybody who's saying that you, because I watched the Alex Stein Gavin interview.
Oh yeah,
Alex
Stein. Gino is crying.
Yeah, Alex Stein. Hang on, I gotta say, you know,
but I don't have time.
No, I don't. Alex Stein to me can be very slimy, and he's kind of he's just a liar in many ways, and he does like little. He does anything. He does anything for a clip. And that's fine. But at the end of the day, that just goes to show you what type of person he is. And he knew that this was going to get attention from people online because this was a hot topic of discussion. I watched that interview. And number one, I don't think that you've cried online about the whole situation. I think that you've been honest about how you feel, but that's your prerogative. You do a show. You should be able to talk about what you're going through and the reality as you see it. And so should Gavin, and so should everybody else involved. Everybody here is a broadcaster in some capacity. They're talking.
You don't understand how many times I've bit my tongue in the past 8 years, Dalton. If you don't understand how many times I've said, everyone that left Compound Media fucking blamed me and dumb people believed it. And I'm going to say this, and I love fucking Anthony Cumia, but not a single soul, and that includes Anthony Cumia, who I love, coming to my wedding, all this stuff. Not a single soul ever just stepped up and said to these fucking pieces of shit, Gino's right. Pat Dixon was on drugs. Pat Dixon fucking, Gino's right. Bobby Tambora was an ungrateful fat fuck. Gino is right. Aaron Berg is a brilliant comedian that thought he deserved more and started blaming Compound Media. No one ever blamed me for fucking the Legion of Skanks leaving. No one ever blamed me for that nobody Michael Malice or that failed comedian Shane Gillis leaving. No one ever blamed me for that. But every stupid cunt. And
I love all of these people, by the way. I want to make that perfectly clear.
I'll say it. All fucking E-Rock had to do. All fucking Anthony had to do was say, Gino's right. Gino's the most loyal fuck I know. And they weren't saying fuck Gino. They were just like, oh, we're all just joking around. And fucking while that was going on, Reddit threads were saying Gino's a dick. Reddit threads were saying Gino's ruining Compound. And I never said a word, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Anyone that believes Pat Dixon sent me a text, I'm doing this, and said, Pat Dixon allegedly sent me a text if you read a certain book and said, Gino, I can't even remember because it was a lie. I can show you. He's like, Gino, fucking, if you have Felicia on your show, fucking, I'm going to go over to the bar across the street, meet me, and if you ever on our show, I'm going to punch you. It's a lie. And then people put it in a fucking book, which is fucking horse shit. And I'm going to say this once, we're going to walk away. It's a great book. I've read it. But I have fucking receipts from fucking the two people involved that aren't me. And here's the picture. Pat Dixon was on drugs. He's on Adderall. He gets $9,000 a month because unlike me, to get back to the point, Dalton, who won't take the shit deal from Gavin to get more fucking people so he can have more money because you get what you want, I said no. I'd rather fucking do what I can with people I love and respect. But don't kid yourself. Pat Dixon's a piece of shit Adderall addict that hits women. And I have texts from him that literally said, don't have her on fucking after the show. And then 10 minutes after he sucker punched me and broke my jaw, he said, never mind. Those are the texts. But people write books and they don't check on the facts. That is why I will never go to fucking the place I wish nothing but wellness to, fucking Compound Censored. But that ain't me. You go.
Well, I support doing Adderall and hitting women. I really do.
That's me. But
here's the thing.
Without a good reason.
Gino, I guess what I'm trying to say is, in my humble opinion, as a viewer, as someone who just keeps up with all this stuff,
sure.
I would have done once a week. I would have taken the super chat money and ran. I would have gone into the studio.
Can I stop you right there and say what I've said on In Hot Water countless times?
Sure.
What would you like to happen?
Well, number one, I really like, okay, here's what I'll tell you. I really like what Censored TV has done. I've been a fan of Gavin since I was 15 years old. I wouldn't have the political opinions that I have if it wasn't for Gavin. And
I've drank with Gavin countless times at a bar. We bullshit and I love it.
Yeah, Ryan is
anyone in Compound Censored now. I'm just fucking standing up for the way I live, and if I do anything else, I'm full of shit. You go.
Ryan Asian Pat Dixon is a very close friend of mine.
I love it. He's a fucking genius.
He's a very close friend of mine, and he is extremely talented, and he knows what he's doing. And I would have said, and once again, this is just from my perspective, I would have said, hey, if I can have Garrett and Steve in there, I'll give them the cut of the super chats. I want to do this because I want to do it in a studio. I want to, I might get in front of a new audience. The subscribers will be happy. I just would have done it. And that's just my opinion, but I get where you're coming from. I get that that it's frustrating, because I don't think that you ruined Compound. I think that everybody's saying that. Anyone who has ever said that either doesn't have all the facts or they're just being disingenuous assholes, in my opinion. And that's, whatever. But I don't think you ruined Compound at all. In fact, I think the drama was some of the best shit about Compound. Like the fights, the conflict. That was fucking awesome.
Go on, Dalton. I could not agree more.
So because I love you and your show and all this stuff, and here's what I hope happens. After because all of this is kind of coming to a close, and I think everything's kind of out there at this point that should be out there, and everything's been talked about. I hope that you find a studio. I hope that you continue to do what you do, and I'm going to be supporting what you do. I think it's a great show. Your show is the epitome of let's just fuck around and hang out.
Yeah,
and I love that.
Can I say something? This is the difference between being someone who just wants to make money and someone who's a fucking artist. Anthony's an artist. Gavin's a money man. And I don't think this is disrespectful to either. Anthony just wants to show up and do his fucking show. And he's great at it. And anyone that's like a fan and they're worried about
everyone should just be extremely happy that Anthony is in the position that he's in, where he's at right now. It's good for him, and it makes total sense.
Fireworks.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know about fireworks.
No, never mind.
Is that your knees every time you do that? Is that your just knees going back?
Without my pink slip.
Because the bubble pop isn't going away, and it should have been gone like 3 rolls ago. So I'm happy. I'm obviously very happy for Anthony. I love Anthony, and I love everyone who is involved in Compound. Here's what I'll tell you too. I think that there should have been like cut shows. I think that makes total sense monetarily.
Oh,
Gavin's right when he says that like networks aren't like Fox, like this isn't like Fox News. Like you don't just get paid to do a show.
Yes, go on, sure.
Gavin is 100% right about that. Everyone has a responsibility to go out and to try to do big things and to try to make their own content and get their own audience, even when you're on a network like that. And I think that you could have done that. I think that you could have done that for Compound. I think that the show is good. I think you have enough connections in the comedy world. You still have great people on. Fred Rubino was just on. He's fucking hilarious.
But you realize, like, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, and I agree with everything you're saying. And
I don't like, by the way, and I said this on my show, and Missy was listening to me talk about this. I love Missy. Some of the shows on Censored just don't really, no offense, they're not really my type of show.
Because like, they're open mic shows.
I don't like watching like if I want to watch a desktop streamer, I can watch that on Twitch or Kick or any of these or YouTube. I like professionally produced shows in a sense. I'm kind of a pretentious asshole. So I like when there's a desk, when there's in-studio guests, when there's multiple camera angles. It makes me feel like I'm watching something kind of underground, but still well done and well produced with a little bit of passion behind it. When it's just some guy sitting in his room, it doesn't interest me as much. And I think that people can do that. I do that.
Well, now I have to interrupt you, and you're proving my point. So now, after I brought all the people over, and I did, but you know what I mean? After all the people that would go over to Compound Censored because you kept it going, you know?
I would not have gone over if I was Chrissy. I'll say that as well. If I was Chrissy, I would not have gone over. Doesn't make sense. Wet Spot, I mean, you know, if you did it from your home, it's just the other show, Simpcast, right, that she does? Right. It's just the same show, and I wouldn't, like, that doesn't make any sense.
Sure, but that's just it. It's everything you're talking about. Yeah. So I love fucking, I always said this, and Compound Censored is that to a degree. Like I always said, Compound Media, and I'll agree, Gavin said it, Gavin said, excuse me, I blacked out. I'm Joe Biden for a second. Gavin said it's like, Anthony ran Compound Media like Fox News, and you had salaries, and he should have. It was a network. We had places, people to hang out. The only people using the censored TV studio is Gavin, and he'll have people over, and that's fine. You know, he's got Owen Benjamin, who I'm getting sick of. I'm going to be honest.
I'm with you on that. I don't watch it.
I mean, am I wrong when
the shows that I watch on Compound Censored, I've been a subscriber for years, since it fucking began.
I've been a subscriber forever to censored.tv.
Here's what I watch. I watch Gavin, I watch Anthony, I watch Maddie's Shitty Little Kitchen. I love that show. I love Maddie Odell. That guy is so fucking funny.
That. Yeah, let's go to watch this while you're doing it. Let's go to my fucking homepage on my YouTube. I'm going to put me on real big for a second. Watch this. Let's see what we got here. YouTube, Peacock.
Censored.
Oh, what's this? Compound Media. And what's this one? That's Censored TV.
There you go.
fucking, and I'm telling you, say what you want about the whole Pat Dixon thing. People would be like, they call him I forget, they call him yawn or something like. You can watch clips of me saying before Pat broke my jaw like a drug addict. I'm like, Pat, I love when he fills in for Anthony. I do. I did it, but I have clips of him once he got whacked out on Adderall, but I have his back, and I think he's the replacement if Anthony ever done one, and that's great. But I love censored.tv. I love Compound, but they're different. Oh, you're not on. I'm so sorry. I love Compound.
Now it's only me. There we go.
Places, and censored.tv is just, and Gavin said it, it's a YouTube model with a bunch of fucking people doing open mic shit, and that's not me.
Here's what I'll tell you what I watch. I don't like Jim Goad. By the way, why does Jim Goad why is he streaming in like a 12-year-old girl's bedroom? What is going on there? Why does he have pink? Is like pink LED lights going on, and he might as well have the cat ear fucking headphones. So Jim, I don't watch him. I watch Compound Censored. I watch the Gavin McInnes show. Get Off My Lawn. I watch Cops and Robbers. I watch Maddie's Shitty Little Kitchen. I watch Lotus. Everything else, Slightly Offensive is good. Like, I understand why people watch Slightly Offensive with what's his name, but it's not really my cup of tea. No. I don't really like the solely political thing. I like the mix of comedy and politics.
Sure.
And I don't really get that. I'm not a big fan. I tried to invite him on the show, the guy who does that. What's his name? Does anyone know? Slightly Offensive guy.
Oh, I forget his name.
Elijah Schaefer.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to invite Elijah.
I'm going to interrupt you one sec. That's what Compound Censored is now. It's Gavin, it's Anthony, and it's Elijah and fucking Owen. And when Owen was like, Donald Trump should, does Owen think the earth is flat? Excuse me.
I don't know, and I don't care. Owen is like, I don't care.
Something I'm going to say. The difference between me and fucking Gavin is Gavin's that guy that fucking, I don't know what to believe. He does works. Anthony's that guy that's the same dude.
And I love that. I love it.
I don't hate it.
When Gavin did the FBI raid, look, me and Gino in a room together is just two people talking over each other for an hour.
We're always like this.
I love it.
In a bar. What don't you
love it? No, when Gavin did the FBI raid bit, I thought that was the greatest thing. People were mad at him. I was like, this is the best bit ever. This shit is awesome.
Yeah.
So I don't watch a whole lot of people over there. I watch the shows that I like. And I think, I may be wrong, I think I'm with a majority of the audience over on Censored in terms of what they like and the style of show that they enjoy. I subscribe to Censored TV because I like Gavin and the type of show that he does. And if you're not doing that type of show, I'm really not about it. And you know, In Hot Water is that type of show. It's like, let's get a bunch of funny people together and drink and react to clips and bullshit about politics. And
Gavin, and let me say this with all due respect, Gavin, stop fucking lying to people and act like it was a merger when you could literally have brought this over. And I'm sorry. My brother said this, and you can laugh at me. It's like you guys were the closest thing there was to Howard Stern at this point. And don't get me wrong, Anthony stopped doing guests and doing his thing, and that's fine. But all we ever did was me. And we had a moment a couple weeks ago where I finally had Dr. Steve, Weird Medicine, on and fucking was yelling at him about all the lies. At one point I said, a virus is a living thing, and like every living thing. And he's like, it's really not a living thing. And I yelled at him and said, fucking drop the doctor speech. A virus, whatever it is, wants to keep existing. And it fucking does that by getting weaker and more transmissible. And he's like, well, yeah, you're right. And fucking at that point, he's showing some x-ray. And he's showing an x-ray of 2 lungs, Dalton. And while he's talking, because he's not watching, he's like, if you look at the one on the left, and Garrett and Steve, who I don't know if I've mentioned this, are the fucking most brilliant producers ever. And Gavin said, fuck you, you're fired. Suck it. I can't fucking hold my tongue when you're like, yeah, but I was, and then your fucking phone system sucks because you asked fucking Ryan, who's a fucking genius, to do 30 things. And I'll tell you why. You never mention fucking Steve because he's a genuine podcaster. And
I love all of these guys, man. It sucks. This is like watching my parents get divorced. I love all of you.
I don't mind. I respect Gavin, but don't sit there and ever say merger again. Fucking, we wanted Anthony to fucking have a nice, calm retirement, and he did. That's fine. He deserved all this. But when you fire people and then are shocked when, like, I don't understand why we have all this money and no tech, because you're asking Ryan, who's a genius, to do 30 fucking things. Fucking, I will put this next to anything. Well,
I could not imagine, by the way, imagine the life that Ryan would be living if you were doing 4 shows a week over on I would kill myself.
But I've talked to Ryan and I love him. And me and Ryan were fucking so in communication, we thought it was going on. But while Dr. Steve, a renowned fucking guy who still thinks COVID is real, is like, look at the lung and look at, he had a comparison of 2 lungs, and the one on the right or left, one was fine, one was infected by something. While he's showing that, Garrett and Steve are showing 2 transvestites, one with a huge dick and small tits, and one with a huge tits and a tiny dick. And he's like, if you look at the one on the left, you could see the problem. And we're going, yeah. But you don't want them. You know why? Because you can save money.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Subscribe to Compound Censored if you want, but now you understand. I can't go over there.
I say do it. I say it's worth it. I believe in it. I want a show. I want a show. Sign me up. I'll do it. Dude, I love it. I think it makes sense.
What if I promised you every Wednesday until you get sick of me, we can do Whiskey Wednesday?
We will. Yes.
And you can
now, and I want to tell you, I reached out to, I was going to say this. I reached out to Elijah Schaefer one time to come on my show.
Right.
And I said, hey man, I've called you gay a lot on my show, but I would like to interview you. And he sent that screenshot. A friend of mine was working for him, and I guess he didn't know that we were friends. He sent that screenshot to some people and was like, this guy's an asshole. Like, how am I an asshole? I did call you. Would you rather me not tell you that I've called you gay a lot? Or just, like, what's the deal? Like, I feel like I was being polite to him, but whatever. That's fine.
Frankie, I really want to end this by sending Frankie the link. Oh, gas. It's killing me.
No, don't end it. I got to go grab another drink. What are we doing?
We're going to wrap it up. Why is Frankie?
No, come on.
Oh, you're evil.
Let's do some more. Let's keep talking.
Dude, well, I don't have my fucking ice girl bringing me ice out of the bucket.
Send some super chats.
Fuck this. Frankie McDonald.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab another drink. Don't end it.
All right.
If you end it, you're gay.
I'm not. Do you think I would end without you? Stop it. How dare you? Why won't it let me message Frankie audio, video, blah, blah, blah? Frankie, Jesus, I don't understand. I'm going to tell you, I'm very excited. Oh, there's a message. I'm very excited sending Frankie the link. I'm very excited about the new studio and how well it is. And let me tell you, this studio, why won't it let me send a message? I give up. Frankie, it's not letting me send you a message. It's not me, Frankie. It's not. Your thing won't let me send you a message, Frankie. It's bizarre. I click on message. Did Frankie block me? I can't. I cannot. Maybe I can send it to Frankie on his Twitter. Frank. Frankie, I'm sending you the link on Twitter. Frankie, I just sent you the link on Twitter. Frankie, I just sent you the link on Twitter. Okay, so all this said, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care. It is Whiskey Wednesday. This is how I do. But if you don't get everything I said, if you want to, I've never lied about this. You need brick and mortar buildings. That's why you need Compound Censored. You do. But I'm not going over there. I did all I could. I'm very proud. I'll say this. I'm very proud of the fact that I helped keep a lot of subs that fucking, when the merger hit, they went over. I'm very fucking proud of the fact of the past 8 years that I fucking got to be behind that desk and meet the people I met and make the difference I made and have the fun I had. But if you really want to make this a legit merger, then you bring over In Hot Water. Or you let me tell you, if everyone's like, In Hot Water sucks, I have no problem with that. But there were a lot of people. There was quite a contingency that believed that was the shit. That was the stuff where fucking it was controlled fucking chaos. We welcomed everyone. And I'll say it again. We took care of fucking everyone. We really did. We really fucking took care of everyone. Fucking everyone that fucking came over, we gave booze to. Everyone that went across the street, we bought drinks for. Fucking Maddie would come in every other Wednesday, every other Wednesday, he'd bring fucking whiskey, a bottle worth over a fucking $100. There was nothing like that. So again, if you think I'm sitting here saying, and they fucked us, no. I'll say this again. You can go back and rewind. Gavin's a businessman, and he does what he does, and that's great. But Gavin, if you don't get it, he's like, I want this merger to be as streamlined as possible. I want Anthony, and if anyone else wants to come over, I'll give him a deal like everyone else on this page. And a lot of us, I know a lot of you are like, Gino got fired. No, I just said no to a deal, and I said it very respectfully. I'm telling you, me and Gavin were talking on the phone, and we were both cracking up. Well, I was laughing. He's funny. But don't ever fucking, pride is a sin, says Patrick B. If you have it, you are gay, and your mouth is over. This is Magamon. Thank you. John Doe is back to say, I hate to say this, Gino, but you might be able to sue Gavin because I think in New York you have to give employees a notice that he gave. Oh my God, John Doe, you don't have to hate to say it. Gavin, no one's suing Gavin. Gavin gave us for us to worry about like a day or two over the 2 weeks, and it was technically 2 weeks. It was not. There was nothing illegal. It's not about how we got fired. It's about how we got. If we were miserable for 8 years, fucking. People would have been less shocked, but we were thrilled. It was great. It was fucking great. Frankie, I sent you the link on thing. Dalton's back. I can't find Frankie on my Instagram. Like I'm on my 10-year-old fucking fiance's computer.
Who's Mint Julep?
Frankie, I sent it to you on Twitter. Click on Twitter. In Hot Water was great, still is. So wait, did you get another drink without me?
Yeah.
All right, talk to them while I get some ice.
Okay. All right. I stand by what I said, everybody. I really do. And I think it's because I enjoy the show so much, and I guess it would keep going. It's a shitty situation. Also, to the person who said, I hate to say this, Gino, you might be able to sue Gavin. The thing is, nobody was fired, as Gino just said. Gino declined a deal, which is not the same as firing. And I told Gino that like what my position would have been, but at the end of the day, Gino has his own motives, his own way of doing things, and same with Gavin. And
let me ask you something, and you can
okay.
ask you because I hate to tell you this. You're one of my best new peeps. Do I ever call you up being like, what the fuck? This is bullshit. I don't.
No, of course not.
And I'm telling you, I watch Anthony. Like, I still watch Anthony and steal his look. I got my own drink, and here you go. Did you want?
Where's the ice?
I watch Anthony, and look at my girl. I fucking love her.
That's actually disgusting. That's vile. That is vile.
Let me ask you a simple yes/no question. Okay.
Okay.
Do you think I'd trade a second of the past 8 years to not be right here watching you watch her spit into my drink?
She might as well have. That was bad.
Let me say, you're right. I won't drink it.
But yes, I think that it makes sense. Like I'm not saying it.
Let's see a baby bird.
You need
$20. You're gonna baby bird me.
Someone in the chat said, "Why does this guy wear?"
Someone sends $20. Kiana will baby bird me. Go on.
Someone in the chat said, "Why does this guy wear dark shades?" I think I answered this last time. I'm very self-conscious. I just am. I'm very self-conscious. And so I like to cover up my face.
Yeah, he wears a wig too. No, you're a
yeah, I'm doing a wiggy.
But getting back to what I'm saying, it's like if Gavin wanted to make it a merger, he would have been like, In Hot Water, I'm sorry. Am I wrong to say In Hot Water is like, there's nothing out there like it right now? I'm sorry, there isn't. And
no, there's not.
Other unique shit. I'm not saying fucking Tommy Pope's fucking Stuff Island isn't great. Everything's different, but there's nothing like In Hot Water. And he could have brought it over and been like, we're bringing Gene over 4 days a week with all his people, but he didn't. And that's fine. But if you ask Gavin, I guarantee he'll be like, well, we did. He's like, nah, it just wasn't worth me monetarily because I do the YouTube model. He would say it and he wouldn't be like, I hope no one he's very genuine. I have no problem with that.
Yeah. I'm with, I see where you're coming from.
Like, doctor, why aren't you at the RNC? We both should be. So you could talk and I could pull on your thing, go, what? Do I like this? I agree. Thank you, Happy Plague Doctor. Go on.
I don't think we'd be allowed at the RNC.
We would. Let's go.
Do they have drinking at the RNC? Because is there like an open bar at this convention?
They do if we're there, buddy. They do if we're there.
We're gonna be in the bathroom drinking from a flask.
I love that you keep putting I'm back. Like I can't see you on the little bottom thing in the private chat.
I'm just letting you know.
I appreciate it, buddy. It's good, buddy. I appreciate it.
So somebody said discount Howard Stern. Isn't that a better version of Howard Stern? Wouldn't you rather listen now to the discount?
That's just it. Howard Stern flipped, and I'm sorry to give myself way too much credit, and I'm about to. We were the ones that during the lockdown were sending out stickers. We're sending out, I'll say it, I don't care. We were sending out souvenir Vax cards that looked exactly like the real ones, but I know no one would ever use them for real. I know everyone that got one of our souvenir Vax cards that looked exactly like the real ones would never use them because, God forbid, the people checking the Vax cards, Dalton, they were fucking CDC experts and Dr. Fauci fucking acolytes. No, they were hostesses in between gigs and bouncers that worked for Amazon on weekends, during the rest of the week saying, whatever it takes, go in there and spend money. That's it. But we did that. We lived that. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Keanu, I just got a one-word text from Bob Van and Patrice. Would you like to know what it says? Tell them what it says, Keanu. It says baby bird. Get over here. Dalton, you're going to
What's that mean?
This. You are going to watch this. Hold on. He does. Hold on.
You have to be baby bird.
Dalton, you ready?
This is going to be gross.
Dalton, you're drinking and spitting, right?
I feel like I know what this is about to be, and I'm going to throw up.
What are you doing? This is a little thing called a baby bird. Dalton, you ready?
This is
bird shot.
Make sure you're out of the screen. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Make sure they see the transfer.
This is bad. Oh.
Puke, 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 puke.
That's
puke,
awful.
Puke.
That's really bad, man.
Come on, dude.
Ugh.
If you haven't had,
oh my God, I would yak. If somebody spit whiskey in my mouth, I would yak all over the place.
If you haven't had, because you drink with Coke. If you haven't had a 10-year-old boy spit warm, fucking delicious blade and bow into your mouth,
I just came. That's funny.
Thank you,
God
Bob.
God said I just came. Someone else said that's not the worst thing they see in hot water. Yeah, definitely not. It's gotten worse for sure.
Frankie, I don't see you in the chat. Frankie's like, Frankie, you're not in the chat.
Frankie, yeah, I want to talk to Frankie. Where is he?
I don't. He keeps texting me. I'm ready. All right, hold on. I don't know. I don't get.
I love that guy, but he probably did try to shoot President Trump, if we're being completely honest.
I don't know why it's not. Frankie, I check your Twitter, Frankie.
Did you see that there was another guy that was shot and killed outside of the RNC?
No, talk to me, Goose.
Did that happen, or did I make that up just now? Maybe somebody can let us know. I think that happened. I think that somebody else was trying to assassinate Trump, and they got killed outside of the RNC.
You're
yesterday.
Frankie, give me 1 minute. I'm going to email, text it on my phone. I don't know why it doesn't work. I really do fucking apologize.
Okay, some jackass with a knife.
When did you hear this? What are you talking about, dude?
This was yesterday. Some guy, I guess. I don't know the details. Someone in the chat said, no, they got a guy with a gun.
Right.
So they killed somebody outside of the RNC. I don't know if there was an actual plan or anything. That one kind of went under the radar. I didn't keep up with it, but
all right.
Yeah, they got somebody else.
Look it up. Send me a link, please. Anything. Send it to me on email as long as you're here. And
Boomer Tech is right.
We'll do another baby bird. Let's do it till fucking while she's spitting in my mouth, Dalton's throwing up. Frankie got the link. Let's see if he gets back to me. That said, I don't know. I can't.
Is Mint Julep a girl?
What's that?
Hey, Mint Julep, is that a girl?
By the way, I really have to start moving my look. I sent Frankie the link. Did you get it? What's Frankie doing? Gino,
I don't know. Somebody should check on Trump though.
I literally
if Frankie's not here and he's being sent the link, then somebody should check on the president.
Frankie. Look, can you see this? That's me. That big thing it doesn't matter.
That big thing is you?
Wrong link. How's it the wrong link?
I could send him a link, right? No, I can't.
I don't know why it's not the right link. I love that. Frankie, try that one. Is that the right one? Frankie, try that one. Is that the right one? It's in your Twitter. I don't know.
I can send him the same one you sent me.
Yeah. Dude,
if that helps.
Text me the link, Dalton, and I'll copy and paste it. I don't get it. Like, here's the thing. He keeps writing wrong link. I don't get it. Wait, I can send it to you. So Happy Plague Doctor says 2 separate incidents, one knife-wielding Negro and one guy with a gun and a mask. All right, that's
Oh, wow.
Hold on.
So it was 2, but only one died, I think. Only one got killed by Secret Service.
And this is what they're going to do. They're going to keep saying, oh, let's take down the temperature. Fuck you and your temperature. Fuck you.
Yeah, turn it up.
Yeah, but you understand? Am I wrong? Like, well, we got to really take down the temperature. Why?
Hey, you've been added to a group chat on Twitter.
Go on.
It's hell. So get ready for that.
I cannot wait. Frankie, if this one doesn't work, I don't know. Frankie, if this one doesn't work, I don't know. I literally copy and pasted it from the one I sent you. I literally copy and pasted it. I don't know. I literally
How big is your wiener?
Mine?
Yeah. If you had to guess.
Tell him how big yours is, Keanu.
Like 2 inches. She's 10 years old and she's a boy. It's got to be 10. It's got to be 2 inches.
I don't know what to tell you, Frankie. It says support StreamYard.
Gino does need a producer.
Hold on.
Maybe if we say Garrett's name 3 times, something will happen.
Don't know why the link isn't working. I literally copy and pasted it. It says support StreamYard. I don't know what's going on. Frankie, you're not going to come on today. And for that,
Wait, hang on. I'll send it to him.
Send it to him. Hold on. Dalton's sending it to you, Frankie.
Frankie, you follow me on Twitter, so we have each other's.
Backs.
What?
Each other's backs.
Yes.
I can't call myself. I don't know what. No, this isn't about a producer. Something's weird. Dalton's here. I don't know why Frankie's isn't working. It's the same link.
Can he just call your cell? Is Dalton Dustin asking for an age, sex, location?
Frankie doesn't want me or him to have his number. Did you send me that thing, Keanu?
Yep.
All right. Let me check my email.
Right.
Boom. I don't know how Frankie's not.
This is a really good show.
I think it's fun.
Gavin should have paid $150,000 for this.
That's what it would have been if he paid me double.
Frankie, I DM'd it to you on Twitter.
Frankie. Let's see what he DMs you back. Frankie, if it works, I'll see you in a sec. If not, DM him why it didn't work. Okay, let's check out this.
Yeah,
now,
this
let me ask you
is well
something.
worth
Let's
it.
watch this video, and we have to wrap up in a sec. We're not
Gino takes back shots.
because we have to wrap up because then we have to do show.
Why? Why do we have to wrap up? What do we have to wrap up for? What are we doing? What else do you have going on?
Yeah, Smash died. I saw you talking to your old man. Sorry about that.
You
babe.
don't have anything going on.
You don't know this. I could.
No, you don't. Come on, just stay on for a little bit.
Oh yes, Frankie McDonald. What's up, buddy?
Woohoo!
I'm doing great so far. I never ever been to Pennsylvania, period. I wasn't in Pennsylvania at all times. I wasn't in an incident at all.
Frankie, we kind of have footage of you blowing people away. You do realize that, right, buddy?
I'm down Charlotte Street in Sydney right now. And guess what? Tonight, Timing in Hot Water show.
What was Pennsylvania
After
like?
Compound Media Studio closed down in June.
What was Pennsylvania like?
Yeah, Frankie, what was it like?
I never ever been to Pennsylvania at all.
Frankie.
You know what? I believe him. I think I'm convinced.
Frankie, someone just send us I got a couple in me. Frankie, someone just sent us a video of you out in Milwaukee outside the Republican National Convention. Would you like to see the video, Frankie? Did he lock up? Frankie, would you like to see the video? We have of you outside the Republican National. Frankie, would you like... Oh, he's locking up. Here's the thing. Frankie used to be sitting. Frankie, why aren't you home anymore when we Skype you? What time do you leave?
That means it was odd time. That means the compound media closed down the end of June.
It did?
Yes, it did.
Now, Frankie, can you tell me whether or not this is you? We have this video footage. Is this you? You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey! Stop! Drop the knife! Drop your knife! Drop the knife! Please! Drop your knife! Drop the knife now!
Why is there an Aussie cop in Milwaukee, Frankie, is my question.
That means it's a bad guy running.
Why is there a Canadian
and guess
man?
what? Earlier in the Hot Water Show, those pictures of me and my fans there are female. They're well over 20 years old. I'm going to address it. They're well over 20 years old.
Frankie, I'm told you were in Pennsylvania this weekend, and those girls are well under 20 years old. Tell them, Dalton.
I'm in Nova Scotia. They're well over 20 years old. They traveled all the way from Nebraska to meet me in person, but they're all well over 20 years old.
Frankie, how old? Frankie, how old are the little
well
girls?
Over 20 years old.
How old are the little boys?
They're well over 20 years old.
How old were the Jews?
Well over 20 as well.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
See, I'm Gino. I'm almost as good as you at that. I'm getting there.
There's no one better than you at this. Frankie, how many Jews died in the Holocaust?
Zero. Zero.
Frankie, how much do you tip for a haircut?
Zero.
Frankie, how many fucking Heat Hot Water fans went over to Compound Censored?
That means Compound Censored. Quite a few of them are going to Compound Censored. Like,
no, but he
and
is
all
right
guys
about
like that. Jim Santo will be part of it.
Frankie, are you subscribed to Compound Censored now?
Frankie?
Dalton.
Yes. Are we just gonna all say each other's names? Gino.
Great so far. Did you hear the
Is that the game? We go to
Gino. Those girls.
Frankie, are you subscribed to Compound Censored?
Frankie, are you subscribed?
I just follow Compound Censored on YouTube, on Twitter.
Okay. Bro is not subscribed.
Go on, Frankie. What else?
And guess. And did you hear about this? And those girls are well over 20 years old. They got in the picture taken with me last night. They're well over 20 years old.
We want to believe you, Frankie. We really do. It just seems odd. It seems hard to believe. Is that true, Frankie? God, I can't find.
I love this. This is actually the best interview that's ever been done.
It's not. Come on. We finally got Frankie on. I can't. I gotta, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love. Ooh, there's a picture of Van Olga. That's so cute. All right.
How old is Frankie?
Frankie, how old are you?
40 years old. I'm 40 years old.
Frankie.
When's your birthday?
April 24th, 1984.
You're 40 and you're hanging out with 12-year-olds?
No, not true, not true. They're well over 20. They're well over 30.
Done. Well done.
No, okay, they were over 20. I believe you. I don't think people were saying that. I think they're full of shit.
All right, well, look, Frankie, I'm sorry. I'm working through some new kinks. I think I have to start the show at 3:00 every day because we always go way long. Tomorrow night we'll do one more. Tomorrow we'll do one more in our water show. We'll have a fella by the name of Rick Monroe dropping by. But I'm telling you right now,
you're ending it.
You want to, dude? What do you do during the week? Talk to me.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I don't understand. Like, we're not going to keep going. I'm drunk. I need a nap. You have a show. Life is like this.
We do. What do you mean? I do a show. What do you mean? What do I do throughout the week? I do a show.
Now do you understand? Like, I know you. When is your next show? Do you watch this? I'll be Kevin Brennan. You want to snipe? Should we snipe Kevin Brennan?
Yes.
You want to snipe Kevin Brennan? Oh my God! Let's snipe Kevin Brennan.
Yes.
Are
Hey,
you fucking
Kevin? Guess what? Gross and net income are two different
send
things.
me the link while I'm looking for it. Oh, never mind. Keanu, don't bother. I found it. Hey, Garrett, forget it. I found it. All right.
She does look like Garrett.
Now, Frankie, you want to watch Kevin Brennan?
Yes.
Does Frankie like Kevin Brennan? Are we friends with him?
He's a nice guy. Kevin Brennan's a nice guy.
He's
I
a
like him
piece
too.
of shit, Frankie.
No, he's not, Gino. Relax.
You like Mr. Nobody. What do you know?
I love Kevin.
Hold on.
I just wish he would figure out how to do my show. I wish he could like figure out how to do that.
Hold on. What? Can I point something out?
Won't start on time either, but I won't start as late as I started today.
I'm just, if you don't get that,
Did he watch you at all?
if you don't get that this is the biggest loser on the internet, look at this guy. Okay, here's what you need to do. You need
He's
to
not
go
though. He's not
What's
the
that?
biggest loser. He's not the biggest loser.
I'm going to tell you why he is after you tell me why he's not. Why is he not? Let me guess. Oh, he's making so much money in Super Chat. Look at him. He looks disgusting.
That's fine.
It's not. It's disgusting how old and ugly. Like, this is what people will never get about the internet. Then we'll play some volume. Like, I fucking watch this guy. You know, like, I worked with this guy.
I watch him now.
This is a guy that, look at his face. He looks like a disgusting red tomato.
You know what I watch? I watch Misery Loves Clips.
And let me tell you,
shout out Misery Loves Clips.
They hate me, but I shout out. Watch this.
I know they do. I fucking dude. You have no. It's just fun. It's just internet drama. It's just juicy shit.
You understand? Like I've said this and I've talked with. It's like I'm not a part of this. And this is the one thing I will denounce at the end of time. I have people that are in the Dabbleverse, and if we're at a bar hanging out, that's great. But if you don't get the insult, when they're like, "Hey, I'm in the Dabbleverse, and now I like Gino." If you think I'm sitting there going like, thank God this guy likes me, when you have nothing to do with my life, when everything in your life is the Dabbleverse because you quit on everything, when you insult me like thinking like, Gino, really, he gave up, he's in New York, he fucking was on Anthony Coombs 8 years, but now he needs my backing up. That's a disgusting insult. You know what I mean? Like that's when they're like, well,
but that's what I don't like.
The only people in the Dabbleverse to watch are the puppet, the potato, the orange, and Carl. Those are the only people.
Oh, I love Carl. Carl is funny.
They're great, but they're all people that were never comedians, and they're laughing at these comedians. But when people are like, "Oh, I'm funnier than him," we didn't do that for the past 2.5 hours.
But see, this is what. Well, here's what I like. I like. There is like something funny. Like Kevin is funny. He said something the other day.
Hilarious.
There was something hilarious the other day where he was like fun, like saying fun is gay. And like, that's just objectively true. And like a hilarious thing to point out.
Let me tell you what's hilarious about it.
Well, hang on. But here's the thing.
Sorry, you go. I'm sorry, Dalton.
Here's the thing. I do think like when it's just like disingenuous, like bullshit, that's where it rubs me the wrong way. When Kevin goes on and says, Anthony wasn't making any money, it's like, because they're talking about gross income. It's like, well, do you not know what gross income versus net income is? And I had to I was like screaming at my phone saying, hey, net income is after everything gets taken out. They were probably making well over $1 million a year, but they're shelling out so much money to keep the lights on that it's not worth it. So yes, they were making a lot of money. They were just also spending a lot of that money. That's just disingenuous, vindictive bullshit that I don't really like.
And that's just it. It's like, and now people are like, oh, Gino fucking got offered 1/10. These are the same people that are like, Gino got offered 1/10 of what he was making is like, Gino doesn't make any money. And I said all the time, if you knew how much money I was making from Anthony, who's so generous, it would break your heart. And I never said it. And now they're like, oh my God. And Gavin offered 1/10. So he's making nothing. He was making, now it's like, I was making money, but now I'm not. It's like, and Gino fucking got fucked. I'm like, no, I said no. And we just had this conversation. It's like, I didn't say
it's really not that deep, but people want to make it that deep. People want to make it bigger than it actually is.
People like that we're looking right now. Kevin Brennan is sad. Like if you told me, I'll say it again. Kevin Brennan is literally bitching. Kevin Brennan is sitting there waiting for these fucking super chats to make money. And he's like, Gino's a loser. All right, I'm a loser, but I fucking live my life every day. He's like, so do I. Kevin Brennan's a sad man who married a multiracial woman who's disgusting looking now. I've seen pictures. Who fucking
really? I think she's pretty hot.
Do you want to? I will DM you a picture of her.
Okay.
She's gross. And Kevin's like, and whatever. And this is what, let me tell you, I say all the time what Keanu is. She's hot. She's a 10-year-old boy, whatever. Whenever Kevin does a racial, he's like, my wife's black. She's not. She's a Dominican pig. And fucking, she married you, and you married her because you were bottoming out and you fucking clinged on to what you got. I fucking married this girl at the top of my fucking game, and now it's bottoming out, and for some reason she won't leave me. Kevin's a sad fucking man that underscores everything that's wrong with comedy. He's like, I'm the king of the Dabbleverse. Really? So a guy, and I'm gonna ask you this. So a guy that was a guy that was on Saturday Night Live and all this stuff, a guy that was on SNL, fucking that literally is fucking doing this now. A guy like fucking Kevin. Where'd you guys go? Where'd everyone go? I'll bring it back.
Frankie, how old is Kevin Brennan? Where did Frankie go?
I don't know where anyone went.
He's not a day over 20 years old.
I think Frankie left and everything got shuffled. Hold on. Nope. Dalton.
Hey.
Is this it? Nope. Me, you.
That's all you need.
I know, but I want. If you don't get the fucking Brennan, where are you, Dalton?
What do you mean? I'm right here.
Yeah, but you're not on the screen. I'm doing it
Gino,
wrong. I'm not. Like, I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm saying like I'm just kidding. No. I mean, it's not your bad.
Just keep clipping. This is good. This is good. But also put on Kevin Brennan.
I'm gonna delete fucking Kevin. And
someone in the chat said Kevin says some funny shit sometimes. Melton is a huge loser. Never says anything funny. It's just super offensive, and then he doesn't back it up. I don't really. Here's the thing about Melton, and I know very little. Melton is just a wannabe, from my understanding, a wannabe Red Bar, and that's coming from someone who was a wannabe Red Bar.
They're all wannabe Red Bars, and Brennan became the next Red Bar. And I'll say it again.
I wouldn't give him that much credit.
I would, because he's literally the guy now. Like, let me see if he pops in now. Right, Brennan's the guy. Like, if you're telling me,
no, Red Bar has Red Bar has a great studio. He's funny. You know, I don't know. Kevin is not a.
But this gets back to what I said. I'm telling you, dude. What would you like to happen? You know, and Brennan fucking literally goes on stream, reads super chats. He's done. This, like, I could see if I had an HBO deal. I could see if I was on Saturday Night Live. I could see if I fucking did shows on, you know, all these fucking Comedy Central and all this stuff. But I
couldn't.
I didn't. You understand? Here's the difference between me and Kevin Brennan. Kevin Brennan's life came to a crashing halt. Kevin Brennan was on SNL. He had HBO deals. He had a pilot, all this stuff, right? And now you're looking at Kevin Brennan, a red-faced tomato reading super chats in his house. And that's fine. Because
that's awesome.
He's making way more money on YouTube than I ever will or care to. But I'm going to tell you this. My life has always been showing up, doing what I want. And I went from moving to New York and doing stand-up and saying, fuck you, I'm going to say what I want to say. And then suddenly being on Sirius XM, being on Howard 101, being in Philly with Kid Chris, being on the Artie Quitter podcast.
You were on Howard 101?
I was on every show on Howard 101, but I never met Howard Stern. I did Miserable Men. I did Scott Farrell every week. I fucking toured with Richard and Sal. All these guys.
You toured with Richard and Sal?
Yeah.
Those are the best guys.
They're the best
guys. They're the funniest guys on the radio, period.
And I did all this, and then the next thing was I fucking started doing Anthony's Network, so I'm always moving forward. Okay? So now I'm here.
Oh, he's talking about us. Click play.
Oh, hold on. I'll unmute him. Hold on.
I love when he pulls his phone up. It looks like he's taking a picture.
Why can't I hear him? It's just
yeah, it's not a sustainable show.
Now watch him.
Especially with Gino, it'd be like if I was like, hey, I do my show and I'm gonna even
watch him just justify. Watch.
Eventually get a studio. I hate doing this show. I hate it. I'm gonna get a studio, and then everyone's gonna come to my studio. We're gonna get big names in my studio.
Am I supposed to be upset by this? Listen to him.
Studio.
Hang on, play.
And then it never happens. And then Gino's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna." Or he's gonna go to Drew's house once a week. It's like, no, I'm gonna go to Drew's house once a week and do the show with everybody. Drew and Garrett and Steve. We're all gonna have a lot of laughs.
They're called friends. They're called people you respect. Look at him. This is a guy who I'm told, you can trust me, his fucking daughter hates him. His son's going to be fine, I'm sure. His wife is fucking just some trophy fucking, what's it called? Fucking the totem pole head. He's miserable. And he wants, like, I don't want this. Fucking, this is him with a fake backdrop. This is my home. That 10-year-old boy giving me shots and baby birding me. This is my life. This is a sad fucking man. But
in the meantime, he's like, I don't like this show. So after a while, people are gonna be like, yeah, we don't like the show either.
All right.
I mean, Gino keeps saying he doesn't want to sit in a box. And but again, what Gino ain't got no money.
Ask you something. Have you ever seen a guy?
So anyway, Chrissy, if you want to come on,
have you ever seen a guy touch his nose this much and then he's like, Gino ain't got no money? Like, I gotta apologize. Dalton, you know, I spent the past like fucking 2+ hours telling you how rich and wealthy I am, and not that I just wake up every day and the universe provides. This is a sad fuck, and everyone's like, we
on
love
the show.
This guy is the biggest loser in the Dabbleverse. Watch, listen to him.
I hate that you guys hate
We already
each
know
other.
what she's gonna say. You know,
Why
Anthony's
should
been
I
great
not
to
hate
me.
this guy?
Okay.
And I don't.
And then,
let me tell you
but
this.
we already got our side of the story.
I'm allowed to hate
but I would like
him.
to get this next.
I'm allowed to hate him as a comedian who's fallen this far.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Keanu, have I ever said Kevin Brennan's not hilarious?
No.
Have you ever said Kevin Brennan's not hilarious?
Never, not once.
Has Kevin Brennan posted naked pictures of you on Twitter?
Well, yes, he has.
I'm going to follow Kevin Brennan.
Has Kevin Brennan paid for the legal fucking lawyer bills of a man that sucker punched me? And for some reason, there's a book saying he sent me a text saying he was going to punch me, which is an absolute lie.
That's right.
Okay, so Kevin Brennan is funny. We don't say that. But do you understand? Like, everything I do is real. People tweet me, they're like, you're a loser. I'm like, all right, whatever. But Kevin's a sad, red-faced man whose family is disgusted with him, who
You're right.
watches him sit at home saying, I'm going to go out on a bike.
I think you're right. I think you're right about this. I mean, I'm
am
not
right. He's a fucking loser. And I'm going to say this again. Kevin's dead inside. I wake up every day, and you know me. I'm annoying. Yeah, and some guy broke Keanu's wrist, and he offered him $500 online for it. Kevin's and don't get me wrong, Kevin's not a bad person. He has a daughter, but Kevin is so glued to fucking the Dabbleverse. He offered $500 to a guy that he knows broke Keanu's arm. And I'm not trying to be heavy.
Is he Jewish? No, he can't be.
Is he Jewish?
Not with that attitude. A Jew would never offer anything more than $500.
But do you understand? Like, Kevin's this sad man, and be like, well, it's just a joke. Look at him. Look at him. And you're like, Gino's angry. Do you think I don't wake up every day next to that 10-year-old boy, go hang out on my porch in my 3-room apartment with my Eames chair and say, like, I can't believe I'm getting away with this. I do. And they're like, what's going to happen next? Let's see. And I'll say it. I'm going to say this for the 90th time. Let me take this loser out because it's sad to watch him. Did you ever, because you don't watch it, did you ever see the movie Finding Nemo, Dalton?
No.
There's a scene.
Yeah, I have.
I don't care what anyone says. It's before you realize Disney was fucking kids. There's a scene in Finding Nemo where fucking, and I'm telling you, in Finding Nemo, where they're in the whale's mouth, and people will get this. And Dory, who's fucking, that fucking cunt Ellen DeGeneres, but her little blue fish is hanging onto the uvula of the whale, and like with this hand holding onto the uvula, and this hand holding onto fucking Marlin, fucking, Nemo's dad. And he's like, and Nemo's like, we're gonna die. Excuse me, Marlin. He's like, we're gonna die. We hold on, don't let go, or we'll die. And the whale is saying shit like, let go. And fucking Dory goes, I think we're supposed to let go. And he's like, don't let go. Hold on. Don't let go. Take the 1 day a deal week. Turn your back on the people that fucking made you this good 8 years. Fucking betray everything you said. Actually, all he said was don't let go. And Dory goes, I think I'm supposed to let go. And she's like, the voice in my head is telling me this whale is saying let go. And the fucking tigerfish marlin says, don't let go. Don't let go. And she's like, I'm going to let go. And the last thing he says is, how do you know anything bad won't happen? And she goes like this. I don't. And she lets go. She lets go. And you can hold on to all this shit. And you could be this sad, red-faced motherfucker who's clinging on to whatever gives him money, but it's killing him. And I don't care. The universe provides. Happy fucking 94th birthday to Mother Janie, who once said, is it money, baby? They're printing more of it every day.
Happy 60th, Gino.
Who once said to my fucking dear friend Brian, if money problems are your only problems, baby, you don't have any problems at all. But I'm telling you right now, subscribe to Compound Censored. But if you want in hot water, if you want the wet spot, and
hey, you know what I was going to tell you? Put them on my website.
Send me the link again.
You can put, if you wanted to, I'll give you all the money. You can put the in hot waters. We could do a subscription plan. You get the full thing. If you need a place where you're not going to get banned, I know you were talking about Gumroad. I know a lot of people who've been banned on Gumroad. It can be risky.
Are you kidding me?
I know a lot. I mean, it's a safer platform than like Patreon or something, but I know quite a few people who've been banned on there. If you wanted a place to put them, I'll put them on my website. We have unlimited hosting. We could do it in bundles. We could do one by one. However you wanted to do it, we could premiere them as full videos. You know, whatever you wanted to do, we can talk about it. But we could put them on our website. We could give you your own link, whatever you want.
I will keep you in the loop for that.
Yeah, please do.
But all right,
because that's what we're doing. We're doing all of our archives are behind a paywall. So
now, let's see what this dipshit's talking about real fast, and we're gonna wrap it up. All right, wait, let's go live.
I'm gonna put my website in your chat.
Listening to Chrissy talk, I wouldn't have said a fucking word. I would have done my show and gotten the fuck out. That's what I would have done. That's what Kumi said he did at Sirius Satellite Radio. He said as soon as the show was done, he's like, it's like I'm just leaving because I don't want to.
Now let me ask you. So you seem like a smart.
He didn't need that. He didn't want to be like hobnobbing with the bosses, and you know.
Why?
Yeah, I really don't know, honestly, Gina. I think that I don't know. I really don't know.
No,
I'm hammered.
How am I a bad guy when this guy's just? I keep fucking trying to make us big and all that stuff. Oh,
Can he live stream from it? We do have capability for that, but it's not fleshed out yet.
All right, let's go to him live and see if anyone's point. Like, all right, let's just live. But he's just
happened, and then nothing ever happened. In fact, it was like I feel like I got further and further away from like mainstream show business the more I worked there, because it was like, you know, less regular comics were coming through, and it was
all right,
always
I'm
like,
gonna mute him and I'm gonna say this.
people on the couch. I'm like, who?
Look at his face. Do me a favor. If you guys are bored, here's what you're going to do if you're watching on replay. And I'm telling you, this one's so good. It's going right behind the $5 fucking subscription paywall. It is. And that's, I'm telling you right now, that's going to be the new model. Every Wednesday, if you can do this, we'll do Whiskey Wednesday. We'll start earlier. But it's going behind the paywall. But go back and watch any second of this clip and be like, we're not like this. We don't live like this. And you're young, Dalton. This is a guy in his mid-60s who looks back, and I want to believe if God blesses me enough to live this long, and I think he will because I'm a miserable fuck, I don't look, there's not a day I wake up and I look back and be like, you know what I should have done? And there were days I did when I was younger, but now it's like, I'm here, I'm the sum of this, and this is great. And dude, I got to wrap this up, but you're the best thing ever. Let's do this.
Well, here's the thing. I'll say this.
Go.
I know. I'm sorry. But Gino,
no.
Kevin is older, and I do think it's sad because I've seen him do his stand-up when he was a younger man, and I've seen him on Compound, and he's very funny and he's very talented.
Hilarious. Hold on.
What I don't understand.
Keanu is fucking look. Come here. Get in.
We're hammered. We're shit-faced, aren't we?
We're shit-faced. I love it. What? Keanu, Kevin Brennan, tell me about this guy. Is he funny?
Yes, he's an asshole with a tomato face. And he's probably miserable, but he's very funny.
Top 5 funniest people you know? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. No one's ever said he's not funny. Go on.
I think what I'm saying is Kevin, I just can't imagine being in your 60s and worrying about other people's lives so much. And then, talking about it endlessly. It just doesn't seem, when I do my show, I just bring on people that I like and I want to interview and I want to talk to, I want to learn from, or I want to bullshit with. It's not really like, let me watch all these clips of these people I don't like for 4 hours or however long. That's not for me. Whatever.
Yeah, but he's just the worst. And this is why it's like, I say this all the time. Well, can you put it in the glass?
Yeah.
I don't say in your hand.
Once it's out of her
Oh,
shoe.
my God. Dalton.
That's, oh my goodness. We're fucked. You're fucked. You're actually so fucked.
When I,
Would you take this joy from me?
Thank you, baby. When we're not hanging out, how much do I say Dalton's event?
You're so fucked. She's pouring it in the shoe. Gino.
When I was in I played rugby one day at the University of Delaware, and we learned a thing called shoot the boot, where you would drink.
That's so gross.
I love
No,
it.
it's not gross. This is called love.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a shoey. Hey, by the way, real fast, thank you, Lisa. Where can we find Dalton's show? By the way, let me try this.
Where can you find my show? So the website is nhbradio.live. Okay, that's the website. However, we stream the show live for free. It's on YouTube. But go to cozy.tv/Dalton Clodfelter. I'll put it in the chat for you guys.
I thought it was Dylan Kleiborg.
It's not. I
love this guy. Come on.
I will send it to you guys. You guys can watch it for free. We broadcast on Twitter. It's through the Spaces, so it's audio, and the video is on Cozy and Kick.com. You'll find all the links. You'll get all the links if you just tune into the show on Cozy. You'll get everything. And the website is where we host all the archives for our loyal subscribers. We don't charge you for the content. The content is free. You get the show for free. We charge you if you want the archives for later. That's the point. Go ahead.
You do get what I'm saying. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change the way it ended. I wouldn't change the way it went. I wouldn't change anything. And I wouldn't change the moment that fucking Anthony tweeted, this Dalton guy is a problem of Gino proportions. And I'm like, this is the guy. And this is great.
I have a blast. I'm so glad that we got connected. And it's really crazy. And I was hanging out with Anthony. It's like,
he's the best.
He's the best. And it was like, a you had him drinking more than he should. I'm going to get blamed for it, but you're a problem too. I know. And I didn't really
even
think about it.
For being fun to drink with.
I didn't even think about it. I really didn't. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, let's go out for drinks. Let's go grab a drink. It's just like, oh.
You put a gun to his head. I heard it.
So, it was like I'm like a Make-A-Wish kid. I'm convinced that I'm dying in a week because I've met like all the people that I really love and enjoy listening to. I've met Gavin. I've met you. I've met Anthony. I've met everybody that I have grown up listening to and have listened to for a long time. And now that, you're like the best, you're just so much fun. And I love doing your show and I love bullshitting. And
you're let me tell you, you think I'm being nice here. I'm just clutching onto your coattails because you're fun, you're genuine. And even though you say a lot of shit that people are like, ooh, he's hateful. You're like, you don't say like, fuck the Jews. You're like, I think we should fuck the Jews. Why? Let's sit and talk.
Let's talk about it.
This is, and you don't just say, no, I'm wrong. You're like, you're willing to laugh at yourself. You're willing to laugh at them. And it gets back to what I said 3 hours ago when I was remotely sober, 0 and 1. I'm sorry. I know you're making fun of me, but I'll try it again, Dalton. You have two choices in every moment. And that's when you decide the most quickly, if that's the proper English, when you sit there and say like, this is what I think. And if you're in real life, people be like, I disagree. And you'll be like, okay. And you'll go with it. But that's why.
Yeah.
The interaction is genuine. And the interaction that needs to be the most genuine, let me rephrase, that makes it the most genuine is with genuine people. And you're one of them, dude. And I love it.
How
drunk I am again.
Someone in the chat asked what my X account is. It's the @ right here on the screen. @AF Dalton C. That's my X account. So you can listen to the show audio only mode on X. And it's a blast. You'll love it.
You think you're not fucking with me? We're really doing a show when that goes on.
What did you say? So what did you just ask me? Am I drunk or are you drunk? I can't tell.
I'm going to say Clam Radio. Clam Radio? Oh, my God. All right. Do you want to check Kevin real fast, and then we'll wrap it up? Let's see what this, again, let's see what this genius, by the way, go Steelers. Let's see what this genius is saying right now. You ready? I'll unmute him. Here we go.
Yes.
But again, people are not good at their jobs. People are incompetent. The other night,
Kevin, you don't know what gross versus net income is. This is something you learn in civics and economics 1.
He's the worst.
Liam, they said.
How do you not know?
And Ray had no idea if it was true or not. Because
I'm going to mute him a second again.
About Liam's.
This, like, for all the people that are like, Kevin is the king, is this what you want from your life? I'm asking you.
You think I'm lying, by the way.
Dalton, this is sad. How am I the only one that realizes this is fucking sad? This isn't sad.
You think I'm lying, by the way, about that? He literally did not know the difference between gross and net income. I mean, he just didn't, which is like the most retarded thing. I can't get over it.
I will say this. I spent the morning today calling my big brother, who is my biggest fan, my work, and he's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, and I, like, you understand, like, if you have people in your camp, I have one brother. We're so tight. This guy has 9 brothers and sisters, hates half of them, doesn't talk to a third. It's a sin. And I get it. You're old school Irish Catholic, but that's just more how organized religion fucks everyone. He's a sad, lonely
I'm
man.
a convert.
From what?
I was a Baptist growing up.
I didn't know there was a difference. What's the difference?
One is Protestant, one is Catholic. I converted to Catholicism.
Good for you. I don't mean that in a good way or a bad way, but either way,
you should do it.
I'm already.
Wait, what did you grow up?
What do you mean?
Did you grow up Catholic? You're Italian, right?
I grew up Italian. Like, that's why I'm a Chargers fan. Check out the helmet. I am. Like, we did the Catholic. We grew up in South Jersey. And then every Sunday, me and my brother, Max Loads, were altar boys. We'd do mass, and then we'd go see my father's family.
I want to say thank you, by the way, to everyone who has followed me. I promise you, I will follow you back. I'm waiting. I'm on a 7-day suspension right now. I think I have 3 days to go, but I will follow you back. What?
What did you say? Did you plug in hotwatershop.com?
Go there.
Did you plug Keanu's YouTube where you can see her tonight on Keanu Cast every Wednesday? Who's the guest, baby? Athena Parisi. Oh my God! Don't watch it, Dalton. Athena Parisi. Athena Parisi, thank you, was the second to last Compound Media Studio guest. She's a transvestite, and
I want to watch.
Oh no, it's fun. We showed her thing to Frankie. And it'd be like they'd show her face like she's beautiful, and then we'd pan back and she'd have a huge.
Her thing? Are you talking about her thing?
We're talking about her dick.
Her ding-a-ling?
My ding-a-ling. My ding-a-ling.
I'm shy.
Come on now. Make sure you subscribe to Gary's YouTube. All right. Back to this. So I got to do that. All right. So we got to wrap this up. But
come on. Let's keep watching Kevin Brennan. Let's tune.
What do you have to do? All right. We're going to watch Kevin Brennan for 1 minute.
Okay, deal.
Pathetic. He's pathetic. Watch this. We're gonna watch till I have to scream. This is pathetic. Ready?
Yep.
Live. It's live.
Kumia showed them then burning bridges. So I'm like, all right, so let's just see where it goes. And then it went to where it went, which is like a dead end. Thank you, Johnny. German Condor. I think Chrissy did it for the street cred. I work with Anthony Cumia of Opie and Anthony fame, so you know I'm hilarious, interesting. You're probably right. I mean,
all right. So let me explain what this sad, fucking red-faced, elderly piece of shit is doing. He's like, "Hey, come to me for what?" But am I wrong? He's literally done. He's like, "Come to me. I'll tell you what's going on with Compound Media." And these fucking faggots listen to him. He's
no offense.
One last time, look at his face.
Gino,
if I ever looked like that. If I ever woke up and looked in the mirror and saw that, I'd lose my mind. I'd be terrified. This man's dying inside, and he's like, yeah, but I keep getting super. Let me tell you, I give him 1.5 years. And I don't mean to live. I mean before something terrible is found out. And don't get me wrong, he lives off anger. This is if you'd known Kevin Brennan before you were like, oh, I follow him on MLC. I've known him 10 years. This is terrifying. What say you, Dalton?
No offense.
None taken.
But if I'm doing this by the time I'm 60, I might kill myself.
Yeah, but
I might just kill. Luckily, you're probably gonna die in a year.
Thank God.
So you won't make it.
Shut up. Play the siren. I hate
You know,
it. I love that 10-year-old boy. I can't wait to unchain him. Go on. Shut up. I hate her. I love her so much. Go
I
on.
really understand.
Oh, I hit the wrong. Wait, hold on.
You should be retired, Kevin. You should be retired.
Instead of making you big, I removed you from the stage. I'm sorry. Go on, buddy.
Kevin, you should be retired. You should be enjoying your life in the Bahamas or Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic. You should be relaxing on a beach somewhere, not talking about Stuttering John.
Yeah.
First of all, Stuttering John, like everybody, this is my problem with the world. Stuttering John is an idiot. I don't think he's an awful person. He's making money, with people that are mad at him on the internet. Who cares? If everybody just left him alone, he would shrivel up and go away.
Did you hear the opening line from Anthony's book on Stuttering John? You want to hear it?
No, yeah, please. It's mine's in the mail. I don't have it yet.
It's so good. Watch it. Spare me. Chapter 1, Artie. Chapter 2, after Artie. Blah blah blah. Where is it? Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. Chapter 6, The Stuttering Buffoon, page 57. This won't take long. Let me read. You ready? The first fucking paragraph. It's gold.
Stuttering John comes in avalanches of the bunches. Or something like that.
I love you so much. You're doing this, everyone. Ready?
Yep.
Let me start by saying how utterly useless. Hold on. Let's get rid of this loser for a sec. Let me start by saying how utterly useless I think.
Why'd you take Kevin Brennan off? I was about to come.
No, he's still there. We'll get him. Let me say how utterly useless I think Stuttering John is as an entertainer, as a father, as an overall, and overall as a human being. The only time he is entertaining at all is when clips of his show are played on Who Are These Podcasts? Drink, Carl.
Woohoo! Shout out.
Again. I'm done with the Dabbleverse, but I will watch Carl, the potato, the puppet, and the fucking
I love Carl.
I love them. Yeah. The only time he's entertaining at all is when his clips of his show are played on Who Are These Podcasts on the Uncle Rico show. Shout out Shuli. Shout out Levy. Zenhauser, you're a failure.
Shuli's Jewish, but yeah.
Yeah, he's the best. To point out how incredibly stupid he is, how incredibly untalented, unfunny, hypocritical, nasty, belligerent, and jealous he is, and how he projects everything that he is onto other people. He's big on projection. He's just terrible in every way. Once again, the book is called Spare Me. It fell in a thing. I love it.
The thing is about Stuttering John and all these people that talk about him. I get it. Like, I get making fun of him. I get laughing at him. What I don't get is like vitriolic, like hate for somebody where you want them to die, which I do think exists online. Like, do you know who Chris Chan is?
No, Chris Chan? No.
So he's this like mentally ill guy that's been online forever. And
any of us. Go on, buddy.
You could look it up. It's a phenomenon. There are videos with millions of views about him, documentaries. And this guy, it's kind of like a Stuttering John thing. People love to fuck with him. The thing is, these people fucked with him so much that he fucks his own mother.
What? Come on.
I'm not fucking joking. They convinced him to fuck his own mother. And at what point is it we're laughing at a retard and then we're like encouraging him and getting him to do like really fucked up shit? Like, that guy's mentally ill. I don't think Stuttering John would ever fuck his own mom. At least I hope not. I certainly wouldn't fuck her.
Not again. She's a whore. Go on, buddy.
I just don't get like where you get okay, if I've had a bad experience personally with John, I get hating him. I understand that. I get hating people. I don't get if you have no dog in the fight wanting them to ruin their lives. If anything, John to me is just somebody who I enjoy laughing at, and that's fun.
And that's fine. But here's the thing. He thinks, like Anthony said it perfectly, and I'll give him props, and I think you'll agree. Anthony said once, and I still don't know. Let me rephrase. Anthony said once, and the first time I said, I'm like, all right, Anthony's being funny. Now I'm starting to wonder if Anthony's not a genius, and we know he is, but he's like he said, hold on, let me get rid of this fucking loser again. Anthony's like, to listen to Brennan, to listen to Stuttering John talk. He's either the biggest idiot that's ever existed, or, and you'll get this, Dalton, he's a genius, and it's the biggest Andy Kaufman type thing ever. And I used to always...
It might be.
Go on.
Well, I'm just saying it might be.
Jump on it, BK with 5 memberships. Thank you. That's just it. It's like, I was always like, at first I was like, no, he's an idiot, and now I'm like, maybe, because there's times he would say it, and I'd grab Karen and be like, Kiki, come here. And he'd be like this. Oh, I'm going to take you out so you could get the full import of it. I come from a family of geniuses. Like,
that's really fucked up. That's really fucked up.
And when he says it, he means it.
I know. No, he is delusional. I'm not saying that.
Or is he delusional? Or fucking Dalton, is he a genius?
Your guess is as good as mine. We're fucked up, Gino. I don't know. This is one of those things. Hey, mint julep, by the way. Hello.
Look at that. You get a membership. Wait, you get a membership.
Mint julep. What's going on, baby?
You get a membership. And trust me, I think they're going to have to renew, because that's a great idea. Just showing old In Hot Water episodes and going from there. We'll see.
I think that's what you should do. I love, dude, mint julep. She's flirting with me. What's going on? Hey, mint julep.
I love it.
Hello. What's the song? You know what I just thought of, Gino?
Yeah, we're ending this. I've got to go.
No, come on. What are you doing?
It's 3 hours. That's enough.
No, it's not.
It is.
You know what this reminded me of?
I hate this guy.
Mint julep.
No, he owes me a hug.
Like this. It's like this. You know what I'm talking about? You ever heard this?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what this is?
This would be don't help me out,
baby.
Austin Powers.
Yes.
Let's watch Kevin Brennan suck a dick for 1 more minute, then we're done. Hold on. I'm going to unmute him. I'm going to drop him in.
Do I make you honey, baby? That's a great line.
I'm not. That'll be my third book. I'm not succumbing to nothing. Anyway, great job, everybody. Thank you. David Cakes. I feel like
is he done?
David Cakes.
Did he react to us at all? Can you scroll through this?
Worthy of a table read? I'm like, no.
I can, but
you know what it is, David Cakes. I don't know if he's here
man.
today, but the problem is, it's like I don't want to think about Joe Matarese anymore. It's like I would do it and everything, and I would even have Joe Matarese in the table read, but like when I'm off duty, I don't want to think about Joe Matarese.
Kevin Brennan sounds like a guy who always has to blow his
show, I don't
nose.
care. When I'm off duty, I mean, to think about Joe Matarese, it was like Ray DeVito. When I think about Ray DeVito, I just go like, these guys can't be helped. Like they can't be helped. It's almost like Rocky, where it's like the great thing about Rocky and the genius of it, or part of the genius of it, was like he didn't want the fight. Like it almost makes you cry. Like he was so beaten down, Rocky Balboa. Like when they offered him the fight, he was like, no, he just.
What
wanted
is he
to
telling
spar.
me right now?
And
I don't know.
Like even talking about now, it almost makes you like tear up. Like this guy was so defeated.
This guy's about to cry to a Rocky movie.
He didn't even
pause
people
it
try
real
to
quick.
help him.
now.
Like
And
this
we're
is the
going out
opportunity
on this.
of a life.
No, hang on. Don't go out on this. Pause it.
He's like, no.
This guy's gonna cry to a Rocky movie. This guy's like reacting to a Rocky movie as if it's 9/11. Relax. Yes.
I'm going to tell you right now.
All right.
I've told stories about comedians always blah blah blah. You've got to realize something. You're kind of the best thing ever, and you prove everything I say about the world, and I'm right. And this is fun, and all this shit. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm gonna wrap it up. We're gonna do this every Wednesday.
Dude, why? Why are we wrapping it up?
Because Keanu has stuff and I got to do, and I'm drunk.
Okay, I'm drunk too. I want to keep going. Let's keep going.
Nope, you can do that. We'll do that next time. Tell you what, next.
Hey, wait a minute. Hang on. Frankie McDonald said longest in hot water show ever since 2016.
Frankie wouldn't lie. I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to play a little thing, and we got some great discourse today because that's what we do. And I'm on your side about a lot of stuff. And I think good organized religion sucks, and I think they're attacking Christianity.
And I think you should have taken the deal with Gavin.
And do what?
And do the show one time a week in a studio.
No.
Invite Garrett and Steve and split the super chats and have a good show once a week. And then do a show on YouTube and do the impound.
Let me say this so you'll get it. I've told this story countless times so the fans will get it. You want to hear a story? And you need to hear this so you get it, Dalton.
Dude, hang on, Gino. Don't you just love the fact that I keep baiting you into continuing this show? You just keep going. I'm barely working here. I love this.
Dalton, I hate you. We don't get along. I'll say it again. I'm going to get Dalton to do the show. You called him drunk. I did? I love you. Dalton, this is a true story. And I've told it and I'll say it again. Guy on the subway, he's sitting there fucking wearing a hat, a hoodie, all these shitty, ratty clothes, playing a violin, fucking playing for music with a tip jar in front of him, made $40. You know what he did that weekend? Took that same $3.5 million guitar, fucking went to the orchestra, put on a tuxedo, played for a symphony, made tens of thousands of dollars. You know why, Dalton?
Yep.
You go where you are wanted. You go where you're wanted. And don't get me wrong. I love Gavin. He's a good guy, but he doesn't want to fucking be the next Howard Stern. He wants to save money. And all due respect to fucking Gavin, Chenton, enjoy, do what you want. I got Anthony's back. You keep cutting corners. You put on these fucking people like Owen Benjamin, who was a great comedian. Now he's a fucking hack fucking, I don't know, doing a work. You do your thing. We're like, we don't need producers. And then you try and take callers and put it all on fucking
violin, not guitar.
I can't be bothered. But I'm going to
violin.
say this. Fucking ages ago. And by ages, want to play a fun game, Dalton? How old were you in 1992? No, 1990.
I wasn't born.
Well, here's the line. It was the last song you ever heard on In Hot Water.
What song?
Ready?
No, I don't want you to end it. You're not going to end it now. No. You're not ending it. Come on. What are you doing? Don't be a pussy.
I think for the money, blue skies, white clouds, everything's sunny. Vincent Van Gogh died a penniless fool.
What is that?
Dalton? Dogs playing too. And if I was a wood, I'd play on sea. I'd take my fear and die in a blood drunk.
Hang on. Before we end it, can I say something really quick?
Tell me you're getting these lyrics, but go on, D-Man.
We should do an extravaganza show, an In Hot Water extravaganza with all the guys.
I'd love to. You got to come up and we'll fly.
We should do Anthony, get me, get just get everybody who's ever been involved.
Sure.
Why not?
Understood. But listen to the
You
lyrics.
want me to listen to these lyrics? You're like a teenage girl. Listen to this song. It's exactly how I feel.
And you know what you are? You're like the guy that's been indoctrinated by the left. And you're like,
this person has
rather than listen to the lyrics of an artist, this is a song that's 30 years old. But rather
this song has 29
only a teenage
subscribers.
girl, or you listen.
Whatever I want, the whole damn neighborhood. Maybe a little bo peep.
You're relating to a song by a girl right now. You do know that, right?
Say, somebody stop me before I tell the truth, and you're worried about the truth, as tough as you sound.
I'm not worried about the truth.
Before I tell the truth, I'm a little angry, maybe a little too.
I'm a little angry, maybe a little too stoned. That doesn't sound like us. You need to take these notes.
Do you smoke weed?
Better cover my mouth, better drive me home.
Dude, there's no way you're lip syncing this right
You're
now.
not the guy saying, Gino, just take Gavin's deal. Just
Yes.
put it in my mouth and drive me home.
Yes.
Mommy balls.
I am that guy. Do you smoke weed?
I was the Pope, I'd get undressed, take off my robe and my bulletproof vest.
Is that you?
I put on Levi's for Chuck Taylor.
On Levi's and a
Take off my pink slippers.
leave the Vatican, go live in a trailer. And if I was a man, I'd do
Jesus
this
Christ.
sentence.
How many of you get this?
Well, I'd beat up my kid.
Gino, are you gay?
Do you get that? I'd beat up Michael. I'd hang out with Janet. Tell me what.
Are you gay? Yeah, you'd beat up Michael Jackson and then hang out with Janet Jackson.
I'm gonna say this to you out of
That's what you would do? That's retarded.
keeping the people that are like you with the young people, like, wow, he's thinking for himself. He's gay. Are you nuts?
You're gay. You're being gay.
Why?
Oh, let me put on this song by a country woman and let me lip sing it.
To the lyrics, it's got nothing to do with religions, fags, Jews. It's about you.
You know what I'd rather listen to?
I'll play it.
Imagine by John Lennon.
John Lemon.
John Lennon.
You said.
By the way, that's the greatest artist of all time, by the way.
John Lennon.
Yep.
Disagree. Watch this.
Oh my goodness. Here he goes. Look. Oh, a child bride? That is you.
You know the girl next door. Somebody stop me before I tell the truth.
Look, Keanu knows this is shit.
Maybe a little too strong. Better cover my mouth. Better drive me home. Somebody stop me before I tell the
Don't end it. What are you doing? Time. Pause it one more time. Just pause it. Okay, Gino.
Watch it. You ready? Frankie, dance the song.
Pause the music.
Frankie.
Gino, do you get when you drink? Do you get really gay? Turn it. Do you get really gay when you start when you start drinking?
I'm gonna end it in 1 sec, but you're.
Do you know what? Do you know what I put on when I start drinking? I put on gangster rap music from 1993.
And I'm gonna tell you something, by the way.
And you put on like
Dalton,
what is
tell you
this?
something, by the way, right now.
Sugarland?
Dalton.
You put on Sugarland?
Dalton.
Look at Frankie. Look at how majestic that
Dalton,
shit
I'm
is.
gonna say this one quick time.
Okay.
You go within or you go without. You can put on all this Sugarland tough ass shit.
Look, you're being a baby. You're being a vagina right
Hey,
now.
Gino, I'm here.
Gino, you're
Thanks,
being a
Christen.
Put on some Dre, nigga. Put on some damn Ice Cube, nigga. What are you doing? Put on some Straight Outta Compton, Crazy Brothers with an Attitude.
Talk as tough as you want, Dalton. I love you. But listen to the words. Frankie, dance us off. That is In Hot Water. I cannot thank Dalton enough. I love this fucking problem. Stop putting ice cubes in your pocket. Tell him, Frankie.
This show is the longest in hot water show ever since 2016.